Hold on, hold on. What is going on? What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Prop for Match TV, impromptu stream. I did not think we were going to be streaming today, but lo and behold, the markets are back open, and here we are. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited to be with you guys today. We got Luna Trades coming back on. He'll be joining us pretty soon, and yeah, man, I'm excited. I really thought we were not going to be trading the markets today. Not gonna lie, I look a little disheveled. Yesterday was Thanksgiving. Ate a bunch of delicious food, spent time with the family, and I was just kind of enjoying my morning. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I had a bacon, egg, and cheese, hanging out with the wifey. But then the markets came back on, and I said, we gotta go. We gotta go trade. Gotta go work. You know. So yeah, pretty exciting. I think it'll be cool. Little quick impromptu stream. I think the markets may actually have some volatility today. You know, it is going to be a half day. I believe the markets are still going to close at 12:15 p.m. CST. So usually on those days, there's lower volatility. But I think with this this whole issue with the cool down, the CME shutting down overnight, like the last time this happened, I looked into it. The last time this happened, I believe, was in 2019. So this is not a common thing. This is a big deal when this happens. So listen, I don't know the technicals on how it works. I think maybe it might be fun to, I don't know, check out some articles, read about what exactly happened. I know it was a technical issue with the data centers, something about like the data centers got too hot. It needs to cool down. It couldn't cool down quick enough and it shut down the CME, which is crazy, bro. Because these CME, like these data centers are only going to have to get bigger and bigger. As the market, you know, the CME, when it used to like just be a United States thing, then it became a global market, and these data centers are going to get bigger and bigger. Again, I'm not super educated on it, but pretty crazy, man. You know, pretty crazy. So we'll see. I mean, there was a huge candle right at the open on the NQ. We could pull that up. Let me get my screen up. Real quick. It's going to be an interesting couple hours, I think. Here we go. Bam, bam. All right, chat. First off, though, how are you guys doing? How was everyone's Thanksgiving? If you do celebrate, anybody celebrate Thanksgiving? Did you guys enjoy a day off from the markets, or were you guys degenerates and tried to trade? I remember a few years back, I was trying to trade Euro USD on Thanksgiving, just losing my mind. The market not going anywhere, blowing my freaking F4X prop firm account. Like I don't do that anymore. I'm not a degen in that way. How we doing though? Dino, good morning, bro. Good morning. Surprise stream. Yes, sir. We got Darmesh in the building. Divine vibes. Let's go. Happy to see you back. Happy to be back, man. You know, that we have the weekend, so we got Saturday, Sunday, but we'll be back Monday for some beautiful trading to go into the new year. You know, up until Christmas, we'll be here. How we doing though, guys? Yeah, good morning, everyone. Adam K, what's up, bro? What's up, brother? Luna Trades in the chat. Luna will be coming on shortly. Goku Gains. Damn, we got everyone in here. I was surprised. You know, I wasn't sure if we'd have a lot of people tuning in, but this is great. This is great. All right, guys. Also, we got some giveaways, so we can still get you guys hooked up with some giveaway accounts. And let's take a look at the markets. Let's take a look. I really thought there was going to be no stream. I was getting ready to chill out. Oh my God. Okay. Maybe there's some volatility here. I want to short this. I'm not going to lie. I want to short this. But yeah, shout out to our sponsors. We're going to be giving away Aqua Futures, Top One Futures, Blue Guardian. You know the deal. Giveaways today? Yeah, dude, always. It's Prop for Match TV, brother. That's what we do. Sakuna says you're not trading today. Understandable. I'm trying to think. So I do want to take a quick trade on my Top One Futures accounts just to lock in a trading day, because with Top One Futures, you do need you need 10 minimum trading days before you're eligible for a payout, you know, and you still need to make the profit target and all that, but you need 10 minimum days. So I need to take a trade on Top One Futures just to log a day. I kind of want to short the hell out of this, man. I think we're going to come down for these lows. We got a bunch of equal lows, chat. You know how I feel about those. How many points is this from current price? Yeah, we got about 60 points. Ooh, do I want to short this? We got to take a second. We got to chill for a sec. Let's wait till the open, 9:30. Adam K just shorted ES. Let's go. Dustin, what's up, man? Man, I'm happy to be back. How do you guys feel on holidays? I mean, some of you might not be from the States, so you might not be celebrating Thanksgiving, but do you guys do you feel the itch? Do you wish you could trade? Do you get bummed out when the market is closed? You know, I used to be heavy like that. I used to just dread bank holidays and the days that the markets were closed. Now I kind of enjoy it. You know, I see it as a healthy break. But I used to be straight up addicted. I needed to take the trades, man. I needed to press that button. Now I can totally chill. But listen, if the market's open, we're going to do it. One other thing, though, I'm not going to lie. I kind of woke up a little annoyed because, guys, here's a little piece of information for you guys if you're trading with Apex. This is a big deal. I did not know this, so you guys do need to know. This is my fault. I'm going to say, before I say it, this is my fault. It's not the fault of Apex, but I messed up. So Apex runs these crazy deals, right? 80% off, 90% off sometimes, 70% off, whatever the case is. But it's only for the first month. So I had some Apex evals. I had like 8 or 9 Apex evals that I got last month on October 28th. I forgot to cancel it. I got charged full price for those evals this month. Bro, that was, that was a little frustrating. So not going to lie, that kind of bums me out, but it was my fault. Hold on. Let me get Luna the link to the stream. Let me just give him that so Luna can hop in whenever. Yeah, dude, my legacy, dude, it hurt. It hurt my soul, man. Not gonna lie. That was like a bummer, dude. I've never done that before. So just, if you guys do want to keep that discount locked in, make sure you cancel it once you blow it. If you blow the account, make sure to cancel it, bro. Don't get charged full price. Okay, Luna's got the link, so Luna can hop in whenever. I think Luna's set to come on at 9:30, so boom. Yeah, Vi Legacy, it did hurt, bro. It really did hurt. Okay, good thing we didn't short yet. I think there might be a short today. Let's do some analysis. Yeah, though. I mean, that was crazy, though. I really had no idea that was going to happen. No one was ready for that. Market shutting down. Now, the question is, do you think that what happened with the CME cooldown issue, do we think it's going to have a negative impact on the market? What do we think? Let me know, chat. Here, let's actually make a poll. Let's make a poll for this. I think this will be interesting. All right, I'm going to start a poll. Okay, I just dropped the poll. Vote. Let me know. Do you guys think we're going to be bearish for this because of this issue? Or do you think it's just going to still rip up? I think we're going to take these equal lows, chat. I really do. Remember, we swept high time frame liquidity. We were talking about this yesterday. We swept this higher time frame swing point, right, on the 4 hour. Right here, we pull back. We just got another sweep. This is looking like it could be a swing failure pattern to take us down, just to take these lows. I'm not looking for a huge move, but just to take these equal lows, right? This looks really clean to me. I really want to short this at the open. I'm not going to lie. I think we're going to do this. think this is a very nice low hanging fruit target right here. Part of me just wants to get in. Here, maybe we'll do a tight move. Let's do like 2 micros. Let's get short 2 micros to start off. Because I really think that we can take these lows like no problem. Plus, we got a log a day anyway. And it's 2 micros, so I'm going to give it room to futz around. If it wants to go back up past this wick even, that's fine. We'll see. But I feel like this target is very clear. These equal lows. So we'd even 225, 286.50 would be our target. $25, 286.50. Yeah, there's no London session data, Dharmesh. That's very true, which is pretty interesting. Low volume node starting at 290 might be a draw. Interesting. Okay, I like that. I like that. Nice move, Zach. Thank you, sir. All right, and we got Luna in the chat. Let's get him up here. Let's get Luna up. Let's get
yo.
In the studio. What up? What up?
So actually, guys, if we're gonna trade right after, we gotta be safe. If they updated the algorithm, all right. We don't know what kind of algorithm we're dealing with right now, so we gotta trade extra safe. All right.
Is that what ICT told you?
Yep.
Damn, dude. ICT, bro, he predicted this. He predicted this 3.5 years ago on a Twitter space. I remember it.
You remember. So we gotta keep your tinfoil hat on just in case we don't want to be affected by the new upgrade.
Damn, dude, will I be affected? Dude, I don't have my
you're not safe right now though. For real. Dude. I like your short. I like your short here. So what's going on, everyone? Good morning. Crazy. I've never seen this happen since I started trading futures. I haven't seen just like a server go down. I'm like, wouldn't they have like multiple servers or something like that? But
dude, I don't know. I want to learn the technicals of it, but apparently this happened once in 2019. So it's been a few years since this has happened before. I was reading that just before we got on.
Did anyone get stuck with the overnight long, or not a long, just an overnight trade that froze?
That's a good question. I know Decipher the Algo, Christian, I think he was in a trade when the market shut down. I saw on Instagram.
Yeah, I saw that. It was just like a straight line.
Luckily, I was not trading. I wasn't even going to trade today necessarily, but now I feel like there's going to be some movement. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, really, it's funny. One thing I found is that when it comes to like trading my setups is that really the time hasn't really affected it as much as I would have thought. I do have some rules in place where I don't trade like 5 minutes before the open. And more though, I like the high volatile the high volatile times right after the open. So I mostly now just trade after London, after New York, and after Tokyo.
So you do trade the other sessions though?
Yep. Right now, my best sessions have been Tokyo and New York. And of course, it doesn't make sense for me to wake up. I'm in the States right now. So waking up for London, I just got the market is open sound from one of my platforms here, which means things are normally moving.
Dude, did you hear what I was just saying on stream? How I got charged full price for like 9 Apex evals?
No way.
I forgot to cancel them, bro. And I didn't realize they charge you full price the next month.
That sucks. Yeah, right now with the current, you said that was Apex?
Yeah.
So right now with the current sale, I think they rebill at 50%. So each sale's been different. And I actually have some accounts locked in from a long time ago that rebill at 90% always. And I think I have like 4 or 5 of those left that have been rebilling that I blew last time. So like every month I get rebuilt those. I've been like dwindling them down, passing them.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the only silver lining, because usually I'm always just buying 3 at a clip and trying to get a couple more accounts funded. Now I got 12, so maybe I should just try to like copy trade them and take them seriously. Even if they take a couple weeks to pass, it'll be like, all right, well, I'll have 12 accounts passed. So maybe I'll do that. instead of trying to full port them, you know, on the
yeah,
move.
that you'll get a better win rate the slower you go. Like the difference of trying to pass in 1 day versus 3 days is incredible. Like I have such a better win rate if I don't even think about trying to pass them in 1 day.
Dude, see, I'm thinking about doing that because I did this with some Top Step accounts on Wednesday. I was like trying to pass in 1 day. It came with like a couple $100 away, but the way I try to pass them in 1 day is like I just risk the whole account. And
yeah,
then it
totally but you actually take a good trade, right? Like you wait for a trade and then
trade. It was a good trade. Yeah, it just didn't work. Damn, do you think I should cut this quick and just try to come back later? Or should I'm only in on 2 micros.
We're maybe at least put a stop on it, right?
Well, I'm just gonna. I would like maybe add into it if it went a little higher first, but I'm kind of thinking maybe I just cut it and come back.
Well, we're at these highs here. We're back at this high at pretty much 400, 25,400. I have a long on gold, but it's weird. It wouldn't let me fill gold. It says the market's not open when I try to fill it.
Really?
Maybe I need to
set
my platform actually, because this has been open all night. Let's see.
Yeah, maybe try to reset it quick. Let me check if gold is open for me.
It's funny. I actually tried to fill it. I had 2 setups: the last 15-minute candle and the current 15-minute candle. I was like cool with taking both of those long, but not gonna happen. I'm not gonna force it, so I'm gonna be patient.
You want to get your screen up, Luna? Maybe show us what you're looking at.
Yeah, I think I'm sharing right now. I think I am.
Okay. Yeah,
you should be able to select. But yeah, lots of Black Friday sales, and meanwhile, I don't think I bought any accounts so far. I'm thinking about buying a few, but I told myself I was going to wait for a much bigger payout before I started loading up accounts, since I have like 20 something funded accounts right now. So I'm trying to stay diligent, but it's crazy. Like one of the hardest things I've noticed with prop firm traders is that urge to buy more accounts. Yeah, and I think though, go hard when you're there. Like it makes sense. Like the people I know who have like really consistent trading, I don't get why they're not copy trading 100 accounts. You know, why wouldn't you? If you're getting those payouts, start by like I want to stack them, but until my payouts are paying for that, I'm just stacking them slow right now. So my payouts lately have been like the biggest one was almost $1,000 in the past month. So I'm like waiting for you know, maybe 5-figure, like maybe 5 accounts adding together $2,000 from each account or something like that, and then I'm gonna just load up. But until then, I promised myself I was gonna be careful.
I mean, that's smart, man. Yeah, it's so easy to just keep buying accounts and treat them like I don't know, treat it like candy. Like, oh, I'll just buy some more, and before you know it, you're in a hole.
Yeah, but if you have the results to show that, I don't actually understand why some people don't do that. Like I know one of the best traders I know, he's only trading a few accounts at a time, but maybe that's one of the reasons he's able to manage the trade so well. He's focused and stuff like that. But yeah,
I like to do baskets. I like to do like I just keep it between the firms. So I'm always copy trading, but it'll be like, you know, max funded with Tradeify, that's a basket of accounts. Max funded with Top Step, that's another basket. So I split up the risk a little bit, but still copy trade. So I still get leverage, but not nearly as much as if I was copy trading all of them together.
Same here. That's exactly what I'm doing here, but I'm hoping to add it. I was just doing like all my accounts together the past few weeks, and I'm on timeout from that right now. What's up, guys? What's up, Nicolex and Adam? Guys, let's get some more likes here. Let's hit that like button. And,
by the way, guys, I cut that trade because this thing's just ripping up. So I cut it.
Oh, so I actually need to sign in. So I'm going to put on, here's Top Step here. I'm going to sign into my platform on the trading view. Let's see. But yeah, guys, let's get those likes up and make sure to subscribe and like. All right, yeah, look at this breakout here.
When we hit like 40 likes, guys, at least 40 likes, we'll start running some giveaways.
And the quicker you like, the quicker it kind of happens because it snowballs. So we'll get those giveaways going that way.
Yes, sir.
And it hooks us up. We love to see it, so we appreciate that. But yeah, look at this breakout here. So I haven't even done, I was on stream earlier, but I just went over my own, I went over my last month and what I'm planning on doing for my current month. So I didn't even look at the charts yet. So I'm going to do some quick top-down analysis. I know you already did a little analysis, right?
Very little bit, yeah, but yeah, go for it.
I'm just going to do my own real quick here, but I have a feeling I kind of already know, right? The last few days have been bullish. we're actually currently breaking up right now, so we're continuing bullish, but we're kind of at a previous topping area right here. So yeah, I guess I'm bullish right now until proven otherwise. We'd have to break back down below like 25,300 for me to kind of start to feel bearish right now. Yeah, it's actually pretty simple for me right now. Yeah, bullish close yesterday, bullish 4 hour, choppy of course overnight, but what we already know that, or whatever, frozen.
Dude, Thanksgiving chop. The Thanksgiving chop was real, man. It was so bad.
Dude, it's funny though, because like I charted out a few trades and I didn't take them, which I'm proud of myself. The fact that I hold off, like I was showing my stats on some of my trading accounts here, and I have a lot of days where I don't trade, and then most of the other days green. I'm like, well, that's why the other days are green, right? Because I'm being careful about which days I trade. And so yesterday I was really proud that I ended up not taking any trades. The trades I did chart out though actually were winning trades. I think I had 3 or 4 trade ideas that I easily could have taken, and they all were good trades. So in the end of the day, you know, it's I don't want to just like shave off any of that win rate. You know, I want to know I'm taking the best chance I got, and otherwise I'd wait for the next trade. But the trades worked out fine. You know, it's like so far as I can tell, like my strategy isn't really dependent exactly on that. Like if it's a little choppy, I can still take the trades as long as it's from the edges of the chop, you know, trade the range.
Do you change it up when you see that type of chop? Is it simply like, okay, I'll be trading the edges. I'm waiting to get into a trade until we're at the top of this consolidation.
Yeah, pretty much. Like some of the trade setups that I had that were like, technically I'm allowed to take them, they're in my rules, but they were kind of in the middle of the range more so. So it kind of comes down to not having as good of risk to reward, you know, like when I have a lot more room, if I'm taking a long and I have a lot more room to the upside, like to fill maybe a big candle that had moved down, like the range to fill for my TP, I like that better than if I had like a high volume node or a point of control or something like right above where I'm entering and no range to fill or anything like that. So when we have a tight range, then I have to, you know, it's harder to get that R&R because it's more likely that the candle's always closing within somewhere in the middle of the range. So
by the way, guys, I don't want me to cut you off. I did end up getting back in to that short, so I'm going to put a stop at break even. It could still stop me out break even, but we'll see. I'm looking for 86.50 to take out those equal lows.
Okay, it's my chart's on right now. Yes. So yeah, this is what I was looking at this morning. Oh, these are my XFAs. So yeah, I was looking at my trade stats and all of that. Where's my top 1 futures? Right here. So it's like when I look at here's some of my main accounts with top 1 futures. My win rate is really good, 84%. And solid. Like this month, I had a lot of days where I didn't trade. And of course, it makes sense that it's one of my better months in these accounts. You know, trading less is more. So just something I was really acknowledging and kind of seeing that's probably why I've been so much better the last few months is that I'm taking less trades.
Yeah, I see that 2 trades, 3 trades. It looks like your max is like 5 trades in a day.
Yeah, but that's really 1 because of covering multiple coverage. Actually, that might have been 2 trades that day. That was 2 trades. Yeah, because sometimes, you know, when you break it up, like that could have been 1 trade. This was 2 trades right there.
And you're pretty close to the payout. It looks like you're what, like $2 grand away on those 50K?
Yep, 1,600. Yep, and I got 2 of them.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's a big payout. So that's that 5-figure payout almost right there that I've been saying that I want. That's $9,000 right there. If I get that, I'm going to be topping off all my accounts. You know, make sure I have all 20 Apex, make sure I have all 5 top 1 futures, and so on.
That's the key, man. Just roll profits into accounts. That's the way to do it. Like, try to stop yourself, guys, from buying a bunch more accounts until you take a payout. Roll that profit in because it's a business expense at that point.
So this is actually all the way from May right here, which it's almost embarrassing.
You've been trading those accounts since May. Wow.
Yeah, welcome to my life. This account hasn't had a payout since then either.
I mean, bro, at least you're not blowing the account. That's a pretty big deal on its own.
Right now I'm at the point though where I want to be. I don't care if I blow accounts as long as I get to those payouts. You know, that's where I'm at. But look, this first month, $3,000. I actually had some time period where I took some time off from this account. I had a bad month right here in July. And I pretty much just I sized way down. Look, these are like $57 days, $29 days. If I hadn't gotten spooked, I probably would have gotten to a payout much quicker on this and kept my normal sizing. But I kind of sized down, and then I was trading some other accounts I had, and not super focused. I spread out between too many accounts, I feel like. But at the end of the day, doing that worked for me. I didn't blow these accounts. I still have them. I didn't spend any more money on them. And then here we are getting really close to a payout where I feel like as long as I just keep doing what I'm doing, even if I have some red days or whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm pretty close.
So do you have a risk system, like a system where if you go into drawdown, you risk less systematically, or is it just kind of by feel?
I used to do that when I first was starting to try to get consistent with my futures trading. I would risk just like in my personal capital, where I do a percentage of my account. So if I'm in drawdown, I'm risking less. If I'm doing well and above my drawdown, especially like once it goes, like on Apex, if you go above 2600, I don't think it follows you anymore, right? You're above the buffer. So in those situations, I could actually get sized up pretty big as my drawdown goes down, and each trade even is bigger. But as I go closer to my drawdown limit, then I actually size down. So I used to do that, but now what I'm doing is a fixed amount in order to push to the payouts. I have enough statistics of all my setups where I know I trust that the win rates are pretty close. So I know how much I can risk. If I have that one losing day of 500, the next day is going to make up for it, type of thing. So I just try to stick to my size, and I'm okay with blowing accounts at this point. I'd rather cycle through accounts to get to the payouts that way.
So I do the same thing with props. It's like you're just playing the game of props. So if I risk $200 per trade, let's say, I'm not lowering the risk. Like even on that last shot, it's like I can blow the account. It's fine because it's a prop account. That's the game. You have tight drawdown restrictions to begin with. So sizing down as you lose trades, you're just like you'll be trading like no size at one point, and it's like at that point, just use it as a business expense. You can reset the accounts at that point.
Yep, exactly. And when you're not there though, like I think that the way I traded those accounts like helped me get to the point now where I do feel the confidence. Like I'm better at taking a loss now, or I'm better at just skipping a trade and not taking it. So putting in those reps, I think really helped me, even though I was preventing myself to get to payouts essentially because I was kind of staying in that limbo of, really small risk and trading an account that was really close to the drawdown or whatever. So someone asked in the chat, what was that? Something about how to stay that consistent. What did you say? How do you keep the mindset when you're not taking a payout and keep going? It's because that was my goal. Like I was rewarding myself based on following my plan. And at the time, my plan was to size a certain way with my risk management. Right now, my plan is to size a different way where it does enable me to blow accounts, but I'm still trading consistently. So, but it will enable me to get to the payouts quicker. But it's because I put in those reps, I feel like that now I earned trading with the bigger size, because now if I blow an account or something like that, I'll just keep trading normal more likely. There's someone in my group in my Discord that is trading like that now. He's like, I don't want to pay out, I'm just trying to practice consistency. And I'm just trying to tell him like, well, you gotta size up a little bit. It makes sense, you're in a 150k account and you're risking $100 per trade, like might as well size up a little bit, bro. And then I think about it, I'm like, that's what I did too. You know what, I sized down and I practiced my consistency before I started taking those payouts. So great job. He's on his own track. No matter what I tell him, he's like, no, I'm doing it for me. I want to trade consistent. And that's his goal, and he's working towards it. And my goal was that before, like, get to break even before trying to get to profitable.
I wish I did that before I was taking payouts. I wish I did it like that. I would have saved a lot of money.
Exactly. Oh man, I would have saved $25,000. I know exactly how much I would have saved, and it's sad. I would love to have 25k right now. I could get a hot tub. It's freezing, guys. I'm in Florida. I'm about to look. I got a blanket on and everything. Like, I need a hot tub, and that would have been 5 hot tubs right there.
Hey, dude, the beauty of prop firms is a 25k hole with 5 accounts. You will make that back. The risk reward with props is insane.
Yep, and I want to do that in the next few weeks here, maybe next month. So hopefully we can do that on stream here together, guys. I'm ready.
Let's go. Let's get one more payout before the end of the year, guys. That's my goal.
That's it right there. Yep, and just train consistent and let it add up. I take those losing days. We can look at my top step. So I'm watching the charts here too, so feel free to jump in if you're taking any trades. I'm not really taking anything right here, I don't think. Maybe one more push up and break down. I would think about shorting these previous day highs or something, but let's look at my top step stats real quick too.
Yeah, so, just so everyone knows, I am still short, but
oh, you are? You want to put your screen on?
25,400. Yeah, we can, unless you want to go over what you're going over.
Go for it. Yeah, go for it.
Let me get my screen up.
I was just going over this because I'm not looking at taking a trade right at the moment, but I am going to look at the charts a little bit more to prepare myself. So yeah,
I don't know. I feel like this trade should work, but because it's like a weird bank holiday, a half day, because market closes today early again, right, Luna?
Yep. I think it's at 1 again today, right?
I think it's Eastern. At 1 o'clock again today. Yep. So like maybe if the market doesn't want to come and take these and it doesn't want to be a very technical setup, I want to be ready for that. I don't want to hold this to oblivion, but I'm trying to give it the room it needs. I would cut it if we really start to displace back above 420s. I would really like that area to hold. It could sweep it one more time, but if we start getting like 5-minute candle closures above this wick, I think I'd have to cut it.
Okay, that makes sense. I like how you manage your position just based on what the market's doing. Like I've seen you cut some of your trades really quick when they start to not be right. And that's just something that I feel like you get from experience, and that most beginner traders probably shouldn't just try to replicate that, because you're going to be changing the reason is going to be based on the probably emotions and other things. So
dude, I say that all the time. I have a student right now, Abby, who she's a great trader, really good at.
I know Abby.
You know Abby, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So she does that. She does it too much though. Like she's in that exact position where she'll cut her trades if they go into like 5 ticks of drawdown, and I'm like, you can't do that. Like you gotta be more nuanced with it, not just because it's going against you. Cut it. So I do think if you're a beginner, I think sticking to where your stop loss is, if you have it at an invalidation point, that's smarter. But as you gain experience in the market, you can recognize the nuances and like watch price action. I think it can be really helpful to cut trades a little bit more dynamically, and not be so set in stone.
And to be honest, like as long as you're like replicating something, like if you're going to set your stop loss for 5 ticks and you have a rule, it's like, okay, once it goes 5 ticks up, I put my stop loss 5 ticks down, or I break even, or whatever the thing is, do it the same, but do it 30 times. And if that's working out, then do it 300 times. And if it's not working, you'll know you need to change things, and then that's where you got to start somewhere. So I don't think there's like a wrong thing as long as you're like can replicate your results. Like if you can replicate being a losing trader, but you can actually replicate the same stats, you're probably on your way more than someone who randomly is winning a trade and randomly losing a trade, but not consistent, because you got to have that foundation.
100%. Guys, also, I didn't even realize I didn't mark my volume profile levels for the day. So let's do that quick as well. So we got previous days point of control right here, 25,332. Previous days value area low coming in right here, 25,209. And then obviously previous days low and high, I always have marked off right there. So really we're just holding that point of control really nicely, which isn't necessarily great for the short idea. But if we do lose that point of control, I would want to see that rotation down to the value area low, which would mean my target at these equal lows is low-hanging fruit. If we can get here, we should easily get here. So that's where my target is 286. So we'll see. We'll see, man. Right now, if we can just break back below the previous day's high and hold it, that's step one. Just go level to level. But really nice, like this could have been a really nice scalp off that point of control for like 25 points. Let's see what that poll said. I made a poll, Luna, just asking if the chat thinks the market's going to be bearish because of the CME cool down issue today. What do you think? Do you think it has any effect at all, or it doesn't mean a thing?
I guess I don't think it would. I wouldn't have a reason to have it really convince me one way or the other. Yeah. I mean, it's pumping right now. Overall, we made highs, so I guess I'd have to say bullish. And we tested this, like right now we're retesting back below the previous day high, but just the fact that we traded above yesterday's high and we just broke through a key, kind of like a high time frame support resistance zone that I've had on my chart for a long time now, that at this point, as long as we're holding above this like 25,350, 25,300,
these I'm bullish right here, right here and here.
What's that?
You're talking about this overall area, right? Like this. I'm looking at
Yeah.
these wicks because I
Oh,
wanted
okay.
the market to trade into those as like relative equal highs. And
Yeah,
now
I'm
it's
more
like,
looking at from where your like entry is as the support resistance.
okay, so just right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, got you.
But I'm actually going back like from the last few months. It's, like this is a high time frame zone I'm looking at on the daily. So that's going
Okay.
back to the highs in October, like October 9th area, October 20th.
Here,
We had
maybe
like,
show the
similar
chat
highs.
how you mark off higher time frame zones then. That would be interesting. Let's do that. I'm going to go to your screen. I'll keep you guys updated on this trade. There you go.
For sure. So right here, man, my stream. Okay, there we go. Oh. So right here, what I'm looking at is pretty much like I do it discretionarily, so I don't really have a system. But like right here, you can see I just drew out the wicks. So I did the candle body to that. I didn't do the wick high of that same candle though. The next one we had a wick there, so I used that one. So that's like my higher. That's my highest support resistance high time frame zone that I have. Right here I have another one. I have a couple more on the lower time frame on 4 hours, so I'm going to leave those and we'll drop down to the 4 hour. But generally what I do is I draw them out first on the daily like this. So there's the daily. That's pretty much just capturing these wicks, and then we have these candle body highs here that always reject it, and we just had wicks above that. But then what I do is I drop down into the 4 hour, and I'll pretty much adjust these same zones and make sure they match on like good on like similar time frames. Like 4 hours still pretty high, and see that those candle bodies there. So I'm guessing what I had done was actually drawn that like that, you know. And then we go back to the daily, and we have a more refined high time frame zone right there that I'm more interested in. Like I would want us to, yeah, that's going off the 4 hour, but now we're back on the daily. So I pretty much go like that. So daily coming down. So this one zone that I was talking about that we're breaking right now is this one. I have them pretty, I can make them a little brighter too. So that one right there. And same thing, I had done it on the daily first, where I probably drew out something more like this, like that wick there to, let's do like, I mean, probably like this is what I would have drawn on the daily. But then I go down to the 4 hour, and I'm seeing it on the 4 hour, and then which actually at the 4 hour it looked about the same up here. So maybe I'm actually going to alter this like that, and then I go down to the 1 hour. But so generally I do all of the I'm not going to change it from the way I had it. So generally I do all the daily areas like that. So where we topped out here before, we have tops here, we have tops here. And so these actually mark as I go. So I probably had already marked these from way back then. And look, they kept playing out here. We had a wicking area, and then we finally broke above it and we held bullish. And then right here, we had the top there and this top there. So we kind of had a zone here. We broke down, bearish below here, bullish above there, bearish as long as we stay below here, which we did. We wicked and stayed below like that. So these are the daily. And then I'd go down on the 4 hour and kind of make sure it makes sense on the 4 hour. And sometimes I'll edit it as long as it makes sense. And then 1 hour, same thing. The 1 hour, it's still looking like these high time frame zones are holding. I can just kind of zoom out and see that, look, we bounced in between those two, stayed below it there, bounced above it there. Look, I have also have this zone down here. So it's really, I mean, I could even just draw a line like this and like this, and at these highs up here, and that would still like be the same concept, you know. As long as I'm being patient, if I'm trading based off the high time frame zones, then I'd be looking for longs above and shorts below. So that's what I was saying. Right here we have this high from before there, but also this zone down here. So I could say I want it to be above this high time frame zone right there to go long. But then I see we actually had some wicks up here before. So maybe actually, if I want to be extra safe, not only do I want us to be above that first zone I drew out, I actually want us to be above all of these wicks, because look, it rejected before. We broke above it, reject it. So maybe actually I would want to be longing from up here, and then I'd want to be shorting from below here. But again, look, now we have resistance right below us where I had drawn out high time frame resistance. So then actually it'd be safer to me to then say, okay, no, I'm going to be patient and wait for shorts below that too.
Yeah.
And so it's really, it's like hard and easy at the same time, because it's hard because everyone's going to do it slightly different. It's, you know, unless we said we do the top wick and the bottom wick, but really the idea is to just have it, keep it simple and to go off those zones. So I am using those zones as confluence sometimes, but also I'm just using zones that anyone can put on their chart, like a volume profile, previous day volume profile, previous day high and low, and initial balance, which is the first hour of the market.
If you had to pick, what do you think is more essential for your trading, volume profile or using something like the initial balance or just higher time frame zones?
So we could go off of different months. I could go off of all my months together, but just for right now, I just looked at November this morning. So let's look at my November and just find out, because to me, that question isn't a discretionary question. It's not my opinion. It's the data.
There we go. Yeah.
So let's find out. So right now for last month, look, almost the same. RSI divergences, 75% win rate. Breakout price action, 75% win rate. Fade, 75. So I have all my stats here. But so what you asked though was about the key levels. So if we looked at my levels, I'm going to sort right here by column, by key level. And my high time frame support and resistance, I took 3 trades using those this month, and they were all winners.
So higher time frame zones
are great. And actually, so this is the first month I actually put them in my plan for the first time officially, starting for December. And that's why I only have 3 of them for last month, because it wasn't part of my plan to trade the high time frame zones, but they were just playing so well that I was like, why would I not do it? And so I ended up taking 3 for 3 wins. And so now in December, if we come to my December strategy, we can say right here, high time frame zone strategy or support resistance strategy and trend following. I'm going to put that in here as one of my strategies. There we go. So now it's official, and this is my December log. I'm preparing for December.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
And now I'm technically allowed to do it.
You feel like you have you probably know it because of data, but certain types of strategies work better during different months. Are you focusing on like the seasonality of when your model is working or not?
So that's why I brought up, it depends when we'd pull the data from. So I could also look at that data from the past 3 months or 4 months or 5 months. And maybe I do have 1 month that's bad, but it was just kind of random, So like I stopped trading my initial balance breakouts almost because I had a bad month. All the months before that were 80% win rates. So I actually almost stopped trading them. And then last time I was on stream with you, I took a trade right before I got off stream. I remember it was a 2R target initial balance breakout, and it was a perfect trade, and it was a winning trade. And so there's no reason for me to stop just because I have like 1 off month or something. I need more data than that, because by the time I actually get a strategy to be part of my plan, it means I've already tested it hundreds of times. So I would need more than 1 bad month to answer that way. Like I would need a little bit more than that. But meanwhile, look how many strategies I have. So I did have a bad month in the initial balance breakout. And meanwhile, I had other strategies playing great. So that's why I only took a few of those this month. I'm still taking them. But now that I had a few winners, okay, maybe I'll ease it back in. So I don't need to focus on one that's not working. I just don't. I have so many strategies.
An initial balance breakout system I would imagine work really well when the market is in a clear trend. And when the market is in more of a consolidation, the initial balance breakout may have more losers in those types of conditions, right?
That's it. Yep. And like maybe we could also say in a D-shaped profile, a volume profile, or a range, or definitely can combine that.
Yeah, no, makes a lot of sense.
If we have a D-shaped volume profile, just as an example, that say it happens to be overlapping with the initial balance, which guess what? That happens all the time. When these levels match up with each other, that's very regular. So if we have an initial balance with a really big volume node, kind of more towards the middle of the initial balance, right? Like a D-shaped volume profile, that is when I will be possibly looking for the failed auctions instead of the breakouts, which I have it here as it's grayed out because it's not really one of my strategies. It's actually more one of the confluences. But in certain market conditions, I'm tempted to take it as its own strategy. Okay, we have the failed auction here. I'm going to look for the 2-bar reversal or for an RSI divergence short at the IB high, taking the failed auction because of the volume profile is showing me that.
Yo, Luna, would you mind maybe talking about how you manage and organize all of your data? Because it looks like you're using Google Sheets, right?
Yes.
Like which is an option that everybody has if you have Google. A lot of people use TradeZella and stuff like that, but TradeZella can be expensive. You're using your own system. Can you maybe, I don't know, because I'm interested, like how do you go about organizing all of that data?
So I just keep it as simple as possible. I just made a trade log for someone in my community, and I took out most of these columns. You know, like, and I have a whole video on this. I have a webinar on it in my group. I don't think that's available publicly right now. Sometimes I put clips of it on YouTube. So check out my shorts where I have break down those webinars. Almost the whole webinars are broken up between all my shorts. So over time, I'm releasing them still. So the way that I'm pretty much started was keeping it as simple as possible. So it literally could be the time or the session, the account, and like, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to copy this. I'm going to duplicate this sheet, and now I can get crazy with it. So maybe we have the contract, the strategy, and I'm going to delete all of these. You know, keeping it really simple is all I'm really saying. I don't have to do it all right here. But so most importantly is a screenshot, P&L, notes, time frame. I'm going to delete these ones, delete columns. And just so keeping it as simple as possible. So these things are like things that I'm tracking. I'm tracking the VWAP. You won't hear me talk too much about VWAP, but I'm tracking it. I'm tracking long or short. So better to start with less data because it's more likely you build up that muscle of following, of like actually tracking everything. But so time and date is great. It could just be the session though, you know, date and session, which account you're trading in. Maybe you only have one account. And so you don't actually keep track of your accounts, or you don't really care. You just want to know what your strategy is. So I have my list of strategies right here. I have the contracts, the session, the key level, because I'm trading an entry strategy at a key level, you know, or depending on how you're trading it. But I'm trading entry setup and a key level essentially. I don't know if I said that right the first time. So I have my entry and I have my key level that matches with it. So I could have a key level and take an RSI divergence, or I could take a breakout, for example. So I just mark these things, put a lot of screenshots in. I highly recommend in the beginning, put a lot of screenshots. Like, you don't have to fill this stuff out. If you have a screenshot, you can always go back and fill it. However, it's better to fill it as you go. Let's go to one of my months where I did it better. So look in September, I filled out every column every day, every trade.
Damn. How many trades? But you don't take too many trades a day, so it shouldn't be too hard to manage, right?
No,
you
on average, sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was saying, I was just saying you take like maybe 3 to 5 trades maximum, right? So you can manage that.
Exactly. Yeah. Sometimes I do have more, but yeah, mostly like 1 to 3 trades a day on average. And I track my average trades per day and all that stuff. But so as long as you have the basics in, you can always come and pull data from it, you know? And most important though is win or loss and a mistake. So that's most important, I think, is green, red, or purple. If it was a mistake loss, I put it purple because those are trades we could have cut out of our system that if we traded our system perfectly, we wouldn't have taken those trades, and it would have helped our system, right? It would have helped our P&L at the end of the month. But yeah, so keep it simple. And what's important is that you track it and that you can go back and see. So I can easily see, look, I had started this month with a losing streak. But once we got deeper in the month, I had a little winning streak here essentially. And then suddenly my P&L is up. At the end of the month, we ended September. I was down on September, $2,000, right? But I stuck with it, and, you know, I didn't end in a big drawdown. It's just a normal kind of loss month. And then October, we did a lot better. I locked in. I updated my stuff a little bit, my sizing and everything. I updated where I had a lot of mistake trades in September, and then October I ended up 17,000. So the fact that I can see that I can have a losing month of 2,000 and 17,000 just because I tracked my P&L alone, it gives me confidence for moving into the next month. I keep doing the same thing I'm doing. Without knowing that exact total, I would have less confidence. But so yeah, just tracking the simple things, guys, and knowing your win rate is, I think, is one of the most important things. So I track my win rate from the last week, the last month, the past 100 trades. That's something I used to do in my personal account always. And yeah, last 100 trades, last month, and last week. If I see that my week has a lower win rate than last month, I'm a little bit more careful. Maybe I size down a little bit. And if it even has a lower win rate than the last 100 trades, lower to last month, even lower on the last week, then I really put on the brakes. If the opposite is true, where I have a bigger win rate in the past week or in the past 30 days and even a better win rate in the past month, I will start to put on the gas because it means my strategies are hitting and I'm trading well.
Dynamic sizing.
Yep.
I've heard Umar Ashraf talk about that, how, you know, trying to risk systematically the same amount on every single trade, to him, he said it makes no sense. He said there are different times where your edge has more, where you can exploit your edge more efficiently, and you want to size up. That is how you actually create edge in the market. I completely agree. Like, you should be
data.
Size up. Yeah. You need to know that you need to be an experienced trader for this. I mean, I guess that's a caveat. I totally.
If you have the data that shows it, okay, my RSI divergent strategy has an 80% win rate when I use previous day high and low, but only has a 70% win rate when I use a volume profile. Okay, so if I open up, like here's one that I made right here, a win rate probability chart, right? Type of thing. Probability of seeing X amount of consecutive losing trades in a row, 70%, you have a chance of losing more trades in a row than with an 80%. So technically, if you trade the same size, you're more likely to blow that account with that trade with the 70% win rate than the 80%. So technically, you can size up a little bit on that 80% win rate, but you have to have the data that shows that. So you'd have to track exactly that one stat, previous day high and low versus volume profile. And if you don't put that in here, then you won't know.
How much time do you think gives a proper data set to start really trusting statistics? Do you need like a year of data, a month, 6 months? Like, what's your time frame on that?
30 trades and then 300 trades, like kind of like that. But starting point, I'd say about 30 trades. So of that exact strategy, exact execution. And I'm not a back tester. I will back test now. I've back tested thousands of trades too. Like at some point this year, I had like a losing week that was kind of on tilt. So that weekend I got on stream and I back tested the whole first part of the year, the whole first 6 months, New York Open, I back test it. And so you could gather data that way, but the best way is to forward test. So I'll just start gathering data. And sometimes I'll gather data on one thing. I'll take divs just at every single div. Okay, 50% win rate. Then I'll take it at the high time frame levels or at the previous day high and low. And I'll just run through and do a bunch of trades and not really worry about the profit, just think about the results. And sometimes I'll actually have very good success on those tests.
Nice. Yeah, it makes sense. Real quick, I'm going to pull my screen up, guys. I want to remind everyone about the Black Friday deal with Prop Firm Match. There's actually a few more firms on here now. So when we first started on the futures side, I think there was only like 4. So we've really updated. We got 11 futures firms that are part of the Black Friday flash deal. This ends on November 30th. So you got 2 more days to lock it in. Get ready for Monday morning. But my funded futures, this is pretty insane. 50% off on the pro accounts. They like never do discounts. So for Black Friday, that's a really big deal. Top 1 futures, I just loaded up on these. That's what I'm trading, the 550Ks. Because, I mean, you trade with Top 1 futures, Luna. Like, this is an amazing deal, bro. The only thing I'm bummed about with this is I did not buy them when Tradeovate was launched. I wish I could be taking them on Tradeovate right now. But the next set, I'll do Tradeovate.
Oh, yeah, that was just announced today, right? Or yesterday?
Yeah, guys, we should talk about that, too. Top 1 futures, Tradeovate. They finally have Tradeovate.
Good timing too with the whole Project X thing.
Couldn't have been better, seriously. But Apex 80% off first month. Yeah, a ton of deals here, guys. So take a look at that on Prop Firm Match. You can check and compare all of these. What are your top firms on this list? For me with Black Friday, it's Top 1 futures. Then I got to put my funded futures on there because of this 50% off for the pro accounts. They never do discounts like that. So that's number 2. And then I think
Apex
50% off. Those are my 3.
I'm going to have to say Apex because of that $10, 100 for the 100K accounts, which they have 2 types. I've never done the static account, to be honest. I don't know who has even tried to do that. But it's $10 activation fee on both 100K accounts, which is crazy.
Insane.
I like the 50Ks. I'm too stuck in my ways right now, but I would maybe move up to the 100Ks if I was going to buy some more right now.
How much drawdown do they give for their 100Ks? Is it 3,000?
I'd have to look it up. Let's see. I keep a document with all the rules, but I guess actually we can look at Prop Firm Match too for that.
Yeah, we can do that. I'm like 90% sure it's 3,000. Let's see, challenges. 100K, 1 step, profit target. Oh wait, that's the static for sure. So let's see, let's go back. 100K, 1 step. Here it is, 3,000 max loss limit.
Target 6,000.
Yeah, so the reason people like the 50Ks more, you probably are well aware of this. The profit target to drawdown ratio is a little better.
Yeah, it's 0.8.
Yeah. what is it now? $2,000 drawdown, but $3,000 or $2,500. It's even better. It's a really solid profit target.
That's the biggest. Well, so with Apex, their 25Ks actually have a bigger drawdown to profit target ratio of 1-to-1. But it's funny because people are so resistant to trade the smaller accounts, but that makes more sense. Like, you just have to size accordingly, and you're pretty much stuck using micros in that situation for the most part.
For sure. So I have two ways of looking at this. I like both. Like, I've taken, like, the last two payouts I had actually did come from 50K accounts, but there's one downside that I'll say trading the smaller accounts. If you want to get that, if you want to take your full profit out, right? So you make $3,000, you take out 2K per account. Great. It's like definitely the easiest way, especially if you're copy trading 5 accounts, easiest way to get a 10K payout for sure. The only problem with the 50K accounts is if you do want to take that full profit out, you're now leaving yourself with only $1,000 of buffer, which, like you said, size down accordingly and you should be okay. But it is tight. It is tight. Whereas with the 150Ks, which you're trading right now, when you take that payout, Luna, what is it with top 1 futures? I think it's 3.5 you can take out, right?
I think 4,500 on those ones. They're the original ones.
I've been trading since May.
So guys, I might be getting a trade here. Gold just broke back into this range we had, and I might take a short here. I'm about to get a candle close. I'm trying to decide which accounts to take it on and all that stuff right now. So I'm getting that set up. I have my copy trader turned on. Yep, I have my copy trader on. I think I'm going to just do it in my 2 main sets. Okay, here we go. I'm looking for a top wick now. And we have range all the way down here, so I like that. I'm gonna go ahead and put the orders on. So I right click and do the limit order, change it to stop. So this would be, my stop loss is gonna be at this wick high, and then my entry is gonna be right there, which I didn't get a big enough wick. So it might go without me now.
Let's see, let's see.
I might still set it on here because that wick, that was a little wick there. I wanted a bigger wick. It is actually big enough. I just didn't go. I went too slow, guys. Dang it.
You think you missed it?
I think I did miss it, unless we made a bigger wick now. We'd have to make a bigger wick, and I'll get back in. So a bigger wick, and then a break of the lows right here, and I'm in it.
Okay, let's see. It might come. It might come.
It's the first minute of the candle. So that's the whole thing with this. I want it to look really good. Otherwise, I'm not going to do it. If we can get a big wick up here, and then it comes all the way back down here, doesn't that sound better?
Yeah, 100%.
Right? And then break down. So patience. But that wick was like, that's like a little one. So it's like, yeah.
I mean, so far on NASDAQ, gold looks a little better. NASDAQ is like totally giving the most expected price action for a half day. It's like not going anywhere. Gold looks a little bit better.
Yeah, and the 30-minute too, I liked right here too. If we look at it on the 30, it's the same type of idea. But this 30-minute closes in another 15 minutes. So maybe being patient here, I get the same trade on the 30-minute. And the other thing I'll be looking for is actually this candle could turn green, and then the next candle could turn red back down, and I take the exact same trade. So I have 15 minutes for the next possible setup here, and then again 15 minutes. So the next 30 minutes, I'm going to be looking at gold really close for this trade, even if I don't get it right now.
Beautiful. By the way, guys, I just want to answer this question from Claudio. He's saying, if I buy a top 1 account today, that means I could use Tradeovate? Yes, sir. Tradeovate is live. So shout out Top 1 Futures for getting that. Yeah, it's live. And I want to answer this too. I'm not using the Ignite accounts. For me, I like the classic instant funded personally. That's what I'm used to. I don't really want to change it up. Have you ever used the Ignite accounts, Luna? Do you like those ones?
Yeah, I have. I'm literally, I'm still trading the same one from the first version. And then, which I have, that one is right here. I have I have $1,100 on this one. So you can see I traded it last night.
Nice.
Or yesterday. I forget when that was. Oh no, that wasn't yesterday. When did I trade this one last? See, I haven't even traded this in a minute. Let's see. Yeah, red month on this. So I've had this one since September. And so I'm up 1,600 or 1,100 right now on this one. And then I have one of the new ones right here, V2. I'm up 260 on it. I've only taken a few trades on it. So
still, that's solid.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I have it. I barely traded it this month because I'm still focused on these 150Ks. So only once I've traded the other ones will I switch and trade that one. I also have one of the Sim Pros with $800 on it. Again, I'm not focused on it because I'm focused on these. So if I get a bunch of trades in one day, I'll end up taking the trades in those other accounts. So look at this. So we are making that breakup just like I want it. So if we can get another little bit of a push up here and then a break back down, I will take this short, I believe.
Nice. By the way, someone's asking for the Discord link. I just put a pinned comment in the chat, so it should be right at the top. There's the link to join our Discord to enter giveaways. So we will do some giveaways soon. Let's just try and get a few more likes. Where are we at on likes right now?
You know what? I'm going to take this short in one of these accounts I said I barely trade.
Do it. Let's go.
Like, to be honest, it's like I almost don't even care about this account. So, and I'm not waiting. This is a lower, this isn't the full win rate, right? I only get that 80% win rate when I get a bigger wick here. So I'm knowingly taking a worse trade. And this is $690 per lot. Okay, so I definitely can't risk. I have to do micros /MGC because this has a consistency rule in it. This is one of those Ignite accounts. So okay. Stop sell 5. And we have a range down to right here. So this is where I take off my first TP 3 right there. And then I'm going to put my stop loss for right here. But I could almost put my stop loss here. Let's see. What does that look like? Right here. I don't mind that. We have these wicks there, though. I like it better like that. So that's $70 per lot. $70 per micro. So sometimes I'll use Siri to just speak and do math. And I know I can do 70 times 5 in my head, but I like to have a calculator on my desk ready to go. So right now I'm risking 350. And this is an Ignite account with my max loss. Oh, this is the V2. So I don't actually have a loss limit on this one. So I can easily risk 350. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
So the thing with the Ignite accounts is it's the ESS score that people need to be aware of, right? So your max loss day, you need to be really cautious of not getting it too large, right?
But the new accounts don't have ESS.
Oh, they have regular consistency.
Yep. And this is the V2. So that's why I just remembered this one, my max loss limit for the day is 900 is what I have set in my risk settings. Yeah.
Beautiful.
So I actually increased it a little bit. I did 8 micros for this one. Because like I said, I barely trade this account. I'd rather just kind of push this one. So,
well, I hope that trade does something, man. Because my NASDAQ short is just pure chop. There's nothing going on.
So in this situation too, we have the previous candle wick low. So it's kind of nice. I'm going to make sure I put my stop fill right below both of those. Like if this wick right there was a little bit lower, I'd still use that previous candle wick in this situation just because they're so close. And with micros, especially with minis, sometimes I'll put it right on it. But with micros, I actually prefer to do 1 or 2 ticks further because the micros I just found to be a little bit more random than minis when it comes to the wicks.
Interesting. I've never noticed. Okay, with gold.
And it's not always, but I've noticed it with gold in particular. Yeah, there's been times where I got filled on some accounts and not the other ones, and it was a bad trade. And so it's like the micros filled and the minis didn't. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna not do that anymore. I'm gonna put it a couple ticks.
That's fair. Do you notice a correlation, Luna, with gold and the U.S. indexes? Like, is there an inverse correlation or a direct correlation that you've noticed? Because you trade both. I never even look at gold.
You said between gold and NQ?
Yeah, like gold and NQ, exactly.
Not that I've noticed.
Okay.
But I think at times I have like noticed in the moment, okay, everything's going up or everything's going down, but not enough to feel like there's a correlation.
Sure.
But I don't know. We don't know, guys. We have the new update of the market algorithm. So we have to be careful.
Be careful, guys.
It's a joke. As you can see, if you're only audio, you can't see the joke. But wow, look at the Dow Jones.
Oh my
Hold
God.
Up. Anyone see that?
Whatever it wants, man. Wow, that's a 5-minute chart too. It's ripping.
So I've been meaning to look at Dow and the Russell, and I just still haven't started trading it. I've been meaning to. I noticed yesterday actually during the chop. I forget now if it was Russell or Dow, but one of them looked really clean. I forget what it was.
I know Tanner, the strong trader, he messes around with the Russell a lot. He actually took a long on Russell when he was on stream here with us.
Okay, so gold froze. Now is no longer moving.
No, oh, you mean if I thought it like froze, like there was another issue with the CME. I was about to be like, no. Well, guys, I'm still in this short. I'm short NQ 25,400. Floating profit, but I'm only in on 2 micros, so it's like I'm up like 80 ticks at the moment, but it's like on 2 micros. So I'm just watching. If this wants to go down to those equal lows, I will hold it. If not, we'll just we'll sit in some chop. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm gonna peek at that. I'm about to take my trade off here because this 15-minute candle, right? This is a higher time frame trade. This candle is getting close to finishing, so what I'm gonna pretty much have to do is wait for the next one to continue in the right setup, right? So yeah, once it gets too close, I feel like it could wick down and come back up too easy or something. I'd rather just wait for that next candle, but we'll see. I'm going to give it 1 more minute here. And okay, the S&Ps are holding below previous day highs. So if we continue rejection here, I would actually be willing to take a short back down towards point of control, previous day point of control. And we have current session point of control here. So I don't think this is a bad place for a short, which that's what you're in, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, maybe you can join me here. I'll pull my screen real quick. Adam's asking what I'm targeting, so I'll go over that real quick.
I'll pull out my live account, my funded account, my personal account to help with your trade here. How about that?
Yeah, dude, come on, move the market for me, Luna. But yeah, so Adam, you're asking if I'm targeting the new day opening gap. Is there? I don't even know if there is a new day opening gap today. Oh, it's very slight, kind of. I'm looking at these equal lows right here. They're more pronounced on the 1 minute. We've just got a bunch of relative equal lows right here. They look like a pretty clear target. I'm very confident that the market will come into these at some point. Just we're hoping today. We'll see, but it is a chop fest, man. It is a chop fest. I do think this is a very clear target. We really got to get back below previous day's high, though, and then point of control. So it's a level-to-level game right here, but I'm positioned well. I'm in a pretty decent position size. So if it wants to come down and take it, I will hold this trade, but really I can't get excited about any kind of any price movement because as soon as it goes down, it comes back up. We're kind of in a holding pattern right here.
That makes sense. I'm going to take my orders off too because this candle's only 4 minutes left, and so waiting for that top wick saved me here because it actually did end up breaking it had a little previous wick low I could have entered on, and now it came back up. So being patient for that top wick to look steeper is what we call it, to look steep or to be longer saved me, I think, on this trade here. So that's sick. And here it goes. Yep, it's pushing up. Solid. So now we're making that top wick, but we only have 4 minutes left of the candle, so I wouldn't take it anymore. So I'm going to wait for the 30-minute now. We have 30-minute candle close in 4 minutes here, and it actually might end up closing back above that range I was watching. So,
yeah. So for ES, for me as well, I have this zone marked off. This is an unmitigated 4-hour fair value gap. So the market can definitely draw into here. We're just trying to we're trying to figure out the judgment on, is it going to come up to that gap first or come down to take these equal lows? That's kind of the game I'm playing here. I went with the equal lows, so we'll see. Just swept out this high, this previous day's high, right? So let's see if it can hold as like a sweep of liquidity to now come down and take those lows. That's going to be that's the idea I'm going with. So we will see. We will see. And Q following suit. Yeah, it's a clear target for me, guys. It's just like, it's a half day. It's going to be low volatility. So we'll see what happens.
All right, I might be getting along here in 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's in 3 minutes. Okay,
yeah,
we'll go to
no, leave it on yours. It's fine, yeah, or whatever you want, of course.
But
and I'm getting a div short on S&Ps and on NQ. So what do I like better, NQ or ES? I guess ES.
For the short?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Okay, cool.
Yeah. It actually looks pretty dang clean, guys. So I might be getting a gold long setting up and a NQ short setting up. I have your confluence of the short for NQ, so maybe I'll take that one. Or for ES, I'll take it on ES, but it's really the same trade, almost the same trade idea.
Will you take, if you have a setup on gold and on ES at the same time, they're totally their own analysis. Will you trade both?
You know what? It hasn't really happened like that where it's setting up on the exact same candle. So normally I would just trade one or the other, but technically 2 different trades idea. I might actually trade both right now that you say it. Let's see what happens. I'm going to put my top 1 futures chart on the side, and then I have all my Apex accounts here, and I have some other accounts here. I have a toss with all my Bullinox, and I have some other ones, Top Step here. So yeah, maybe I'll try to divide it up, but I have my Apex ready to go on ES here. And then I have my top 1 futures ready to go on gold.
Beautiful. Let's see if we can actually make some money on this on the holiday, man. I would love it. If I could just lock in a $200 winning day with 2 micros on my top 1 futures accounts, that's good enough for me.
All right, so we're about to. So I love that we sweep that previous day high on this 5-minute. Oh, I'm on the 15-minute. Oh, I'm looking at the 15-minute chart. I didn't even notice. That's hilarious. I still have it on the 5-minute. Yeah, it looks different though. That's funny. I didn't even notice that. Oh, it was on. I had it. I had the RSI div on the last 5-minute candle. So right now I actually just have it on the 15-minute, which is still fine. I can take it on the 15-minute.
Yeah, I feel like would a 15-minute divergence be even better for you, higher time frame?
You know what? Right now I don't have enough stats for the past like 4 months of taking enough 15 minutes. I would have to. I've mostly been taking 5-minute ones, so.
Got you.
To be honest.
Man, I was really hoping that Top Step was going to reset my 50K combines that we blew on stream because of the freezing issues that happened on Wednesday, but it doesn't look like I got them reset, so we'll have to reset those ourselves.
What? That sucks,
dude. They like
resets to use in the future, but not resetting those accounts, or was it something different?
Nothing. I mean, they had the Project X issues on Wednesday, and you know what they did, bro? They reset everyone's account whose account's blown from like, I don't know, it was 9 a.m. Eastern to 11:15 Eastern, right? My account's blue at 11:18 Eastern.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, dude, I got edged.
That sucks. So I'm ready to take these shorts. I'm short on ES, long on gold, but I want a little bit of a bottom wick first and then the top wick because it didn't even try to go down yet. Okay, so there, it made a tiny bottom wick. I'm kind of tempted just to take it here. Oh, what happened? I just tried to take it. Let's see. I don't think I have the right account selected. What did I do? I did something weird. Huh. Okay, here we go. We're getting that top wick right now. So I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna place my create limit order. And then I change it to stop. There it is. So risking 162 right there, 175, 187. I'm gonna risk a little bit more than that. We'll risk about 400. Oh, and big top wick.
And ES is really going. It's like trying to hold up.
Okay, I like that. I'm risking 525 on 5 Apex accounts, and then the rest are all in micros using my copy trader. And then I'm going to go ahead and set this up on a toss for the sell stop right there. I'll do 2 sell stop, 2 lots. And then on gold, I didn't have time. Oh, gold, we got it too. So we got the bottom wick, and now we have a top wick. So I could actually long this. I don't know if I can manage to do 2 trades at the same time. Stop by 2. How many? $350 per lot. So I can do 3 lots. Stop by. Man, I'm managing a couple different trades here. So I got top 1 futures on right here. Stop by. Stop loss will be down here. Okay, stop loss just got steeper. That's $500 per lot. So I got to close these. Okay, I can do 2. But see, this is pushing it. I should probably just wait for one of these trades or the other, whichever one I like more.
And then in these situations, first, that's your trade.
Yeah, I kind of like the one, to be honest, but
Abate in the chat said they're going to join you on gold. I don't think Luna's in yet, but
I'm going to take the ES trade off, to be honest.
Okay. Man, it is just going nowhere in queue.
we're pushing again. But the gold trade I'm going to leave on if we get this breakup right here. 2 minis. So I'll be risking.
Eval or this is top one?
Oh shoot, wrong account. Speaking of, I want this account right there. 250K accounts. I almost did the wrong account. There you go. Stop by 2 minis. Yep. So I'm risking $1,020 on 2 times 2 accounts.
And these are the ones that are close to payout, right?
Yes, sir.
Nice, dude. Yeah, we got to get you that payout on stream, bro. That would be sick.
That would be super sick. With the consistency rule, I don't know if it's a 20% consistency rule and I need $9,000.
Yes.
So it's 9,000 times 0.2, right? So $1,800. Is that? Whoa! I could get it if I made 1,800, which is a lot for me on one of these trades. I could get it using my consistency. I'm only 1,600 away, so technically I could get it today in one. It probably would be 2 trades though.
Yeah.
Or if we catch a big runner here.
Dude, it could happen. It could happen. The one thing about those days, though, it's also like you don't want to try to force it because I've had those situations where I'm super close to a payout. I go up on the day, and then I needed to make another 200 more. And before I know it, I gave back all my profit because I just was trying to force a trade. But you could get it, bro.
Yeah, I'm actually going to put this trade onto in my Apex accounts here. So there we go. I'm risking 570 in my Apex on 1 micro. And then 1 mini. And then I have 2 minis in my top 1 futures accounts.
Beauty. Let's do it.
And for my Apex accounts, I have like a target set, like a profit target using my copy trader. So it will automatically cut the trades once it hits $750.
Solid. Maybe do we want to do a giveaway, chat? I guess we can do a giveaway while we're waiting for Luna's trade to hit. I'm just sitting in mine. Again, I'm short NQ 25,400. Coming back, edging up near my entry again. Just a whole lot of nothing on NQ.
Yeah, let's get those. How are we doing on the likes here?
I think we're at 40. We might. Let's try and hit 50.
We can definitely get. I bet we could get 75.
Let's run our first giveaway as soon as we hit 50. So just smash that like button. 9 more. Let's go. Man, this NQ is so boring. I also got to be aware, I'm definitely not going to sit in this trade all the way until the close. So we'll see. If it doesn't just drop in the next like 30 minutes or so, I might just cut it.
That makes sense.
Really,
One thing I like
to log a day, because with top 1 futures, you need 10 minimum trading days. So as long as I logged a day, like that was the main purpose, honestly.
So look at this 4-hour chart. I like that this 4-hour candle, right, which is a fairly new candle. It's been in 40 minutes. Doesn't have a top wick very much, right? So a lot of times we do get wicks, and then even if it turned into a big red candle, there's a good chance we have a topper wick. Is this a percentage thing, right? A statistical thing that a lot of times we do get wicks. Obviously, we don't always. But so that's one thing I'm looking at is forming this upper wick on the 4-hour and the 1 hour. However, the last 1 hour did close bearish. So I'd almost rather my stop entry be above that 1 hour, which would mean having to wait for another candle close. But for now, here's a 15-minute. I still kind of like it. I'm going to keep it. Try to create that 4-hour wick here.
All right, let's see.
And it's going to be really quick. I'm going to, if we get all the way, probably within like 30, 40 ticks, I'll move to break even here. And waiting for that wick on ES, or waiting for the breakout in the wick, totally played out in my favor there. And I didn't get in that trade there, so that kind of saved me.
3 more likes, chat. Let's hit it. 3 more likes. We'll run a giveaway.
Yeah, it's weird. I actually had a glitch just happen on my Bolinox accounts.
Seriously?
Yeah, it says I'm up 360 something bucks on each account, and I don't know why. I had a trade that was opened and closed. I accidentally pressed the wrong button when I was setting the market order, and it says it made a profit, but I swear there's no reason it should have. It was just literally I hit close right after I hit open.
Damn.
But it says I'm up in all those accounts. I have no clue.
All right, just don't ask no questions, right? Just see what happens.
Yeah, I should have said it on stream. Now they're gonna review it. Yeah, no, it shows. I'd have to change my. I'm not even gonna put that on right now because I'm already sharing this other screen. But yeah, it shows it on a toss. It shows like the order filled like way below the candle. So
really?
Yeah, I can share it. Have you ever used a toss?
No. Is that what you call it? A toss? I always called it Attis.
Attis. So I heard someone else pronounce it Attis. I've just already called it a toss. I'm a Southern boy, and I already just don't speak right. So
I don't know. It could be a toss, man. I don't know, but I know that platform has really good like footprint, volume profile data, right? That's like what its main uses for.
Yep. You want me to share it?
Yeah, share it real quick. By the way, we did hit 50 likes too, guys. So once Ludicus share this, and then we'll run a giveaway.
I have to do it on both of them.
Take your time.
I'll get faster and faster at this as I go.
Dude, it was so hard for me with 2 studios at first. Within like 2 days, I'm like, all right, cool.
All right, here we go. I should be sharing it now. Oh, you have to accept it again?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, so yeah, here's the toss. So as you can see, here's my magical order. I literally opened it here. Or I went to put a stop fill down below on that last trade, and I accidentally just hit fill or whatever I marked it in. And then I hit close, and look where it closed it down there. So magic, guys. Yeah. That's the magic of the new algorithm right there.
ICT.
So that's my boy hooking it up. But yeah, I have no clue. So down here it says 362, 375, 375. So I don't know there. But I still have this order on gold. So I'm going to go ahead and put my other chart back on. Sorry to have to make you do that.
No worries.
But yeah, a toss. Oh, I should have showed it already. Oh, whatever. I was going to zoom in and show the footprint chart, but you got to see that order at least. But yeah, a toss does have an awesome footprint chart.
There we go.
I'd rather show my trades.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, there we go. I have it on the vertical too, ready to go. So it does look like we're about to break up here, but guys, it's already going to close. This is where I normally cut this. We only have 4 minutes left of this candle. I guess I'm about to take it. I'm in it.
All right, loot is in.
So I'm in on my 150K accounts too. I'm going to make sure I put my stop loss on those. You can see that right here. So I have my stop loss on TP1. It's going to be right here at the wick. But I'm going to leave my other screen on right here. But so now this candle's about to close. And so generally after it's only about 5 minutes left like this, I would have taken that trade off. But now I'm in it to win it. So I'm going to be really quick to cut this one.
All right, Luna's long golds. I am short NASDAQ. Let's see what happens. Luna, I'm gonna take a 60-second break. All right,
you're good. Yeah. Cool. And so already, guys, this is turning back down, and this is like where literally I just broke this. Once there's only 5 minutes left or less of the candle, I actually would have I normally should have taken these off. We had 4:20 left, 4 minutes 20 seconds, and I just let it happen. So if this is a losing trade, I kind of could have avoided it, right? Using my rules, using my using everything. So I'm going to be quick to get to break even on this if we do push up here. But look, this candle's about to close, and yeah, that's not really what I wanted to see here. I would have rather waited for the next candle, so I might have just been a naughty. And this is a big copy trading, right? I'm in a bunch of accounts here, so. Oh, luckily I'm accidentally in MGC on my top 1 futures. That's hilarious. Look, that was supposed to be minis. That was supposed to be minis. So I guess I'm just going to close this here and switch this to GC. Yep. So I got lucky on that one. Okay, so I am though in on my Apex accounts, which I'm kind of thinking about just closing this too, since I broke my rules, and just take the quick smaller loss. If we get to break even, I'll probably just close it out. So yeah, guys, I hate to be that bad example. I should have waited though for this candle to close. Now we only have 2 minutes to close, and I could get the setup on the next candle instead. The 30-minute is closing bullish above my level, so I do like that, but there's still a lot of room down to tag that level. So yeah, I really should have been more patient to enter this. It kind of sucks. I think part of me just wanted to take a trade. I haven't taken a trade yesterday or today. So yep, this setup, since I didn't wait for that candle to close, has a much worse win rate than if I had waited, right? Probably about half as much as my guess. And that's why we wait for that candle to close once it gets close. And here we go, we're about to get stopped out. I'm gonna make sure this is on right. So I'm kind of thinking about just cutting it here for the smaller loss. I'm gonna be ready to move to break even. $48 seconds for this candle close. This is not what I like. I don't like to be in one of these price action trades when the 15 or 30-minute candle's closing like this. I like to be in and out before the next candle opens and closes, right? I don't like to be in it at the end of this candle. So there's multiple things here about this trade that's just a bummer of not following my rules correctly. And that's a reminder too that I'm going to go ahead and make sure I document it, right?
What happened? What did I miss?
Oh, nothing. I should have waited for this candle close. I broke a rule. It was 4 minutes and 20 seconds left for the candle close. And once we go below 5 minutes, I normally wait for the next candle. So now I have to feel the pain of like, here's a whole new candle opening up. And now I would wait for I would do the same thing. I would just wait for the next one to make that top wick. So I'm going to move to break even quick. That's why I have this order sitting here ready to go to break even. I mean, I could just get out here, but I'm already in it, so I'm going to let it play out. But yeah, so normally I would. Sorry, go ahead.
What's the average daily range on gold, Luna? Like, if you're trading one mini, how volatile is that on just one mini? Like,
I don't know what the average is. That's a good question. Let's see.
Yeah, Adam, NQ is absolutely barcoding. I've been in this trade like the entire stream. It's gone nowhere.
Oh, here we go. So top wick. So I could maybe get back in on my top one futures. I'm going to have that to the side there. Now, if we go back down and then break up, I'll enter on my top one futures accounts. Oh, here we go. So I want to see these wicks fill here, and then I'm going to move this into profit pretty much. I'm tempted to just go break even on this, but it looks good.
Looks good to me, man.
Yeah, right. I'm just going to put this here.
Yeah, I think that's a good target.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to be ready to slide this up is what I'm going to do right there.
Yeah. There you go.
There we go. I'm going to get that. And then I'm just going to trail with it. Oh, it stopped me out. Oh, well. Good enough, though. Beauty. That was on all my Apex accounts. That was $110. Oh, wait. Not all of them closed. Whoa. Okay, I haven't seen that happen yet. Not all of them closed.
You got them closed now?
No, my computer's being weird. My computer's being really weird.
Well, let's hope it just keeps going up for you.
Oh, here we go.
Like, okay. Get closed.
I got it. I'm going to flatten them all right there. Boom. There we go. So that was a win on all my Apex accounts. I didn't get in it on my GC because I just fumbled that bag. I entered it on MGC first, so I just closed it out. So, but that was 110 times 5 accounts, and then $17 times 7 accounts, all funded accounts. It's hard to switch screens with this streaming platform. So there we go, guys. The tinfoil hat worked. I got my trade for the day, up $700 in funded accounts and up 1,000 in my other funded accounts from that mistake trade, and I'm good. I think that's probably going to be.
Was ICT whispering in your ear? Did he tell you what to do? Tell us the truth, man.
No, I had to block out the signals. The new algorithm update could be affecting like maybe this is just my thought. Maybe they aren't really targeting the price action. Maybe they're actually targeting our ability to take the trades in our minds. So I have to wear the tinfoil.
Is that why I'm still in the like you made money and I still have made no money today?
Dude, tinfoil, you got to be careful when they update the algorithm like this. Yeah, you got to use a protection.
All right, well, you heard it here. You heard it here, guys, on PFM TV. All right, but yo, in celebration of Luna's W, let's run a giveaway, chat. Let's get one giveaway going. Let's do this. Here, I'll pull my screen. Remember, guys, to enter our giveaways, we do everything through the PFM Discord, okay? So I have a pinned comment up at the top of the chat. Join the Discord. So click on that link. You'll be able to join, get verified, and that is how we get our entries. Look at this trade just coming right back up. Let's not focus on that right now. Let's get this Discord up.
Yep, and so I'm going to journal my trade in the meantime.
Yeah,
good luck, everyone, on this giveaway.
Let's see. We'll give away 3 accounts. So what you're going to do, guys, come here to Prop for a Match, go down to the PFM TV channel, and go in here to stream chat. And this is what we're going to do. I'm going to write type Black Friday to enter the giveaway. So anybody that types Black Friday below my name right there inside our Discord channel, you will get entered into the giveaway. Beautiful. See a bunch of entries coming in. That's what we're talking about. And we'll get that going. We'll give away like 3 or 4 at a clip, man, because I think I still have, like, shout out our sponsors. Top One Futures, Blue Guardian, Aqua Futures. They've been hooking it up every single day. I think I still have 12 accounts to give away today. So we'll do a lot. We'll get a lot going. But I'll let you guys get those entries in. Look at this. Should I just cut this? I think I might just call it. Like, there ain't nothing happening today, man.
I want to switch the screen that I'm sharing to.
What do you think here, Luna? You think I should just cut this trade? Like, this is just a waste of time, I feel like.
What invalidates it, though? Did you want to see it hold below those highs, or?
I wanted to see it ultimately just not take out these highs, but it's like, bro, it's a half day. I usually don't even trade these days. It's just like a silly trade.
I feel
like, look at this price action. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how I felt. Even though I just won that trade, guys, I'm about to put in my journal that it wasn't a good trade that I took.
Yeah.
Because I didn't wait for that candle. I could have taken it on the next candle, and then it would have been a good trade, but I didn't. So it's really important to acknowledge that even on the winners.
Yeah, so this is where we're at on these accounts, guys. I only just started them on the 24th, right? So this is my first real trading day. Yesterday, I just took a quick trade to log a day. But they're going well. I mean, they were up about 1,100 times 4 accounts. Now we're at 850 because of that losing trade. But no big deal. We're doing good. We're cooking. I would love to be able to get these to the $3,000 profit target before Christmas. I think it's totally feasible. So that's the goal with these accounts. Again, I'm trading 5 of the Top One Futures 50K accounts, instant funded. So we'll make it happen. And listen,
right.
I think I'm not going to take another trade today. I think it's there's no point. So we'll just leave it at that. But we'll see. The best trade, I guess, in hindsight, was when we swept out these lows right here, tapped onto previous day's point of control. Like, there was a nice trade there. But even that, like, depending on what you're looking for, if you're looking for this high a day, it still hasn't been hit. But yeah, not much opportunity today.
I put on my I changed my screen share, so I'm just sharing a whole monitor so I can share the P&Ls here.
Okay, yeah, let me
put whenever. Yeah.
Let's see. We'll do the giveaway first. Let me get those names in. Also, this is a good question, Luna. While I'm getting these names, maybe you can give your opinion on this. Which account is better for a beginner willing to buy accounts with Top One Futures? So, what plan do you think is best for beginner traders regarding Top One Futures?
If you're beginner, just spend the least amount of money as possible and don't worry about making the money. So I would, in that situation, I'd say the eval, whatever the, what's it called? The elite challenge, because it's the cheapest of them all. If I do think there is something to the psychology of being in a straight to funded account. And if the difference of the money isn't an issue to you, then you could do a cheaper straight to funded account as well. But I would do the smaller size and size accordingly, to that size account you did. So if you get a 25K, make sure you're sizing appropriately. But I would get the cheapest one. And just think about learning your strategy and gathering your statistics before you actually start spending money.
Yeah, I totally agree with that completely. Cost efficient, guys. Try not to instant funded accounts are great. I love them. I mean, I've taken a ton of payouts through instant funded. I think what I love about instant funded for me personally is that, if you want to take a challenge and then get a payout, let's say with a 50K account, you need to make $3,000 to pass the challenge. Then you need to make another $3,000 to get a payout. So you really have to make $6,000 to get your payout. What I love about instant funded is I kind of cut that first step out. I go right to instant funding. I make my 3,000 or my 6,000, whatever the profit target is. I can get paid out. But the thing is, I know I can take payouts. If you're somebody that's not taking payouts yet, you're purchasing that higher ticket item over and over and over again. I don't think that's the most cost efficient way to learn how to trade. The best way to learn is through challenges.
Yeah. Yep, I agree. And yeah, I do like the straight to fund it. Like if it wasn't a money thing, I would say get the straight to fund it with the least rules, biggest consistency, just so you don't have to think about the rules. But no matter what, when you get a prop firm account, learn all the rules, go through the FAQ. Don't be the guy in chat who already bought the account or person and just, started trading it and didn't pay attention to the consistency rule. It's just going to add more emotion to the trading. So just take your time and read the rules. And if you did break the rule or whatever, just realize that, okay, that's what you get. And now you need to learn the rules and move on. Don't stay too attached to those first accounts. And you're pretty much paying for access to the platform. And so that's why I think getting the cheapest one is better, and to trade small size and just gather your stats, because you're not really trying to, if you pass it, say you get lucky and you pass it in your first week, and then you're going to pay for the activation fee, but you're still not actually trading consistently, then you're going to end up losing money as well. So you could get lucky and win and then lose more money afterwards. And that happens to a lot of traders. Actually, that's a very common story.
Big facts. Yep. Completely agree. All right, guys, I got the names, so we'll get this going. Let's do some duck races. How do you do your giveaways, Luna? Do you do duck races a lot? What do you do usually?
Yeah, I'm big into emoji races, but that's my alpha, so it's kind of proprietary. I don't know if I should tell you that.
I think we have done the emoji race once or twice.
There's a bunch I haven't done. I just literally, the first time I ever did it, I did emoji, and so now I feel like I can't break it. I'm stuck doing the emoji race.
All right, guys. All right, let's get this going. So giveaway number 1 on 3. 1, 2. Duck, duck, goose.
All right, guys. Good luck. Let's go. I can't see the names really. Raja.
A lot of names. What I've noticed about this, bro, I don't know if you've noticed this with these races. Whoever's in the front first is cooked. They never win. Nobody ever keeps a lead the whole time,
We got to run some data on the duck race. Guys, if you really want to win those accounts, guys, you got to study. You got to clock your duck race data.
Also, I don't know if this is just because it's easy to recognize, but I feel like the Donald Trump duck wins all the time.
That's gotta be, what's it? Not recency bias, but it's when you see 11:11 on the clock all the time.
Yeah. All right, shout out I Am Gold. Let's go.
Is that the ugly duckling?
All the time. Shout out, bro. So guys, real quick, if you don't know how to claim an account, I'll give you a quick reminder. I'll go over to X, go to PFM support. I'll drop the link in the chat for you. And you just got to send them over a DM. Okay, so I'll show them your Discord handle and they will get you hooked up and good to go. So, all right, let's do another one. Yeah, shout out to I Am Gold.
There we go. And that gold trade is still moving, guys, if I had held it. But that would have been a long time to hold that for me.
Yeah, what is your average hold time?
Well, with the new setups, it's slow. With my old setups, I divide them between traditional and scalp is what I call it. My traditional setups, it could be 20 minutes to 2 hours. My scalps are literally 20 seconds to 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Got you.
in general. Every once in a while, I'm trying to get better at holding a runner, but I would have had to do it in like, I need to have runners, you know, I need to do it in this situation. If I had like 8 micros on instead of 1 mini or 10 micros, I could have held 1 runner or 2 runners or something, but I like it when the runner doesn't affect your overall P&L. So if I had like 2 contracts on, I already took profit and then have like break even or something like that.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. All right, guys, let's get this other one on 3. Hold up.
Boom, boom.
1, 2. Just kidding. 1, 2, 3. Which prop firm is good for a swing account? From what I know, futures doesn't have a lot of swing options, so you got to go FX. Do you do any swing trading, Luda, on either? I mean, probably not futures prop firms, but what about like crypto props or FX props?
Personal accounts.
You just do personal. Yeah.
Yeah. I tried out breakout prop. I did really well in it.
What about trying them?
But I just have my personal accounts. I don't like trading leverage. Now after doing futures, I'm like, oh, okay, I could do it. I should try it. But I like trading spot for equities and crypto. I like trading spot. And that way, you know, you're never over leveraged, you know?
Yeah, no, I get that. Leandro, you are the winner. Big shout out to Leandro. Again, just go over to PFM support on X, send them over a DM, show them your Discord handle, and you're good to go, my friend. Let me save this one. Yeah, I was thinking about trying breakout prop.
And Trader Main, aka the Neck, is a legend in crypto space.
Yes,
he's a great trader too. He's a great trader, and guess what? He trades some ICT stuff.
He trades some ICT. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, he's just such a solid dude, man. Like from what I've seen, he's really knowledgeable, and he's a swing trader primarily, right?
Yeah, he's a breakout trader, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if I'd say swing or not, actually, to be honest.
Oh, really? Yeah, I thought I heard a podcast where he said he's a swing trader, but I could be wrong on that.
Yeah, I've seen him trade fair value gaps and breaker blocks and all that stuff, you know. But I think overall, in the end, it kind of boils down to pretty simple types of support resistance overall, and train the levels.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's really the key to ICT is to not overcomplicate it. Like use a couple of the core concepts because they do work. Like fair value gaps are just really helpful tools. The concept of like just liquidity in general, like sweeping out a level, stuff like that, imbalances. But people like to really overcomplicate it. And I think that's where it can go a little too far. But a couple of key ICT concepts in conjunction with other things, like I like volume profile, pure price action, really, really helpful to my analysis. All right, though, guys, let's do this. We'll do one more for now, or maybe we could just do 4 because I got 12 accounts to give away. Yeah, we'll do 2 more. All right, 1, 2. But yeah, I don't know. I do want to get into some swing trading, and I don't want to swing trade FX. I feel like crypto. Do you think crypto? I know you do spot. I think that crypto is a lot more. It's just a lot better for like higher time frame stuff as opposed to like being on the 1 minute with crypto. But what do you think about that, Luna? Because you have more experience.
I would never go down below the 4-hour time frame with crypto.
There you go. Yeah,
dude. Bruh.
Tell me why.
I personally never had results doing that. You know, it's literally just, I have the data. I have all my journals. I could pull up some journals. And I mean, even one time I did build a futures account up to about $45,000, which what I would do is when I was kind of over leveraged, I would trade some futures because I didn't want to touch my personal account anymore. So when I would go over to I'd put like $500 or $1,000 in a FTX perpetual futures account, and normally end up blowing it. But every once in a while I built it up. But one time I built it up over time to like $45,000, and then I ended up blowing all that money.
Yeah, no, that's. I started on crypto, man, and I was trading low time frames, and I mean, I also just didn't know how to trade yet, so there was a factor there as well. But I got cooked, dude. Like, and even now, I'll look at a lower time frame chart on, say, Bitcoin XRP, whatever, some of the major cryptocurrency pairs, and like I don't know how I could trade this thing profitably on the low time frames. But then when I see it on the higher time frame, like 4-hour chart daily, I'm like, there's a lot of opportunities if you use a little bit of leverage to capture some serious moves. So yeah, I might look into breakout. But by the way, guys, Keon, you were the winner of that account. Big shout out. And again, I always repeat myself, PFM supports on X. I'll drop the link in the chat. You're going to send them a DM over there to get yourself hooked up with your account. They'll take care of you. So shout out Keon. And we'll do one more for now. All right, here we go, guys.
Almost done doing all my journaling over here. That's another thing with doing the journaling. It breaks up your trades. Like if I make myself fill out my journal before the next trade, then I've literally been there before where I take one trade after the other, after the other, after the other. I remember what that's like. And it's actually impossible to do it when you have to journal. So it helps with that.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, it's good that you journal intraday instead of waiting till the end of the day. Because that's what I used to do when I was journaling daily. I'd wait till the end of the day, and if I took 20 trades, you know what happens? I don't do my journal.
If I had 20 trades, I wouldn't remember that I entered this to. I didn't wait for that candle to close, right? I did not wait for the candle to close. All right, so good luck on this race, guys.
Oh, we got Abhishek. We got the English duck. What are those things called? Those guys that guard government buildings in the UK. What do they call those dudes? They're supposed to like stand silent and stoic. They wear those outfits. What is that? What is that called?
Someone's got the knots. There we go.
All right, Abhishek, shout out, bro. You are the winner. Let me make sure I get your Discord handle.
Right. Oh, I just figured out we can see how to see the comments on the actual StreamYard part.
Yeah,
I was watching the stream slightly delayed to see the comments, but I got it.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, you can see it right on StreamYard.
Congrats, guys! Oh, and it's better. It's better.
Yeah, it's all right. Shout out to our giveaway winners. I still got like 8 accounts to give away, so stay tuned, guys. We'll get some more going. Smash that like button though, okay? We got how many likes are we at right now? When we get to 75 likes, we'll run the next few giveaways. We'll give away another 4 accounts. So smash that like button and we'll keep it going. But yeah, let me go to your screen, Luna. Maybe we can look at your journaling.
Oh yeah, I got the P&L. I also have a way I can hack it in like this instead of my camera there.
There you go.
So right here is my total. So I just logged it. So these are both. So this is Ninja Trader and then this is my copy trader, right? So this is what I took on that one trade. So between these are just my funded accounts I did it in, and that was 669. And then right here on a toss, we had that weird accidental thing, which is 362, 375, 375. So that's where I'm ending the day right there. Only trade I took. I could have gotten so much more from it, guys. Like, look, this is just still going. If I would have been patient and waited till that next candle, like I said I should have, it would have set up again. We got a bottom wick and then we broke it and then it went. So at that point, I would have been more comfortable holding it because I was getting in the beginning of that candle instead of waiting to the last 4 minutes of the candle. So since I gotten in that last 4 minutes of the candle, when we finally got above break even, I was like, okay, I got to cut this trade. I still luckily made a profit, and it adds up with the copy trading, right? I mean, 110 bucks. Yeah, that's not enough to get me that next payout. I need 400 more bucks on this one. This one's up 4,082, and these are all 50Ks. This one's up 3,100. So that one's, I think I applied for a payout, but I had broken some rules in it. So now I have to wait for the next one. So I need 8 days in that one or 6 more days right now. But yeah, so it all adds up. I had 5 in minis and the rest in micros. So that's going to be it for me today. So I actually didn't total it all together, but if I count the mistake, then whatever, it's about 1,700 bucks.
Dude, solid day, man. On a half day, you were able to make some profit. That's beautiful. You know, you made it happen.
Yep, and that adds up over time because I'm trading consistently. Like these accounts have just been slowly getting the payouts, you know, like so they all start to trickle in. Like we can see here, I have this account up 4,000, that one up 3,000, and it just starts to add together. So it to me, the profit is profit, and the way I'm thinking about it, it's like any funded trade is important. I need to manage my funded accounts and lock in those gains, and lock it in to move on to the next day, next trade, and eventually that adds up to the payouts, you know. Going slow, man. So I'm supposed to get off at 11, right?
Yeah, we'll run another like probably 30 minutes or so. I mean, you can stay on if you want till 11:30, but we'll probably cut it there.
All right, I'm chilling.
Cool. By the way, I'm Gold is asking, do we have any comments on what happened at the CME? So here's a quick summary, real quick. I'm just going to read this for you guys if anyone missed what happened. So the CME experienced a major trading outage beginning early Friday morning, so overnight. It was triggered by a cooling issue at a data center operated by Cyrus One near Chicago, where the CME is located. So as a result, almost all futures and options markets run by the CME, including stock index futures, S&P, NASDAQ, etc., oil, gold, treasuries, bonds, even the FX futures contracts, were all halted with pricing and trading frozen for hours. I think it was from I think it happened around 12 a.m. and it was until 9 a.m. They got it back up and running like right before the open. So pretty wild situation. Like this happened one other time in 2019. So this is not a common occurrence. Pretty crazy, but yeah, that's about it from my end. Again, I'm not super educated on the technicals of like how the data center operates these globalized markets, but yeah, trading was halted, which was pretty wild. Do you have any comments on it, Luna? Or is that like really like, do you know any more than I do about this? Or
I don't believe
really
it.
You don't believe it?
I mean, I do believe it. I just can't believe
Get the tinfoil hat back on, bro.
Yeah,
get the tinfoil hat on.
Like, is it that easy for this stuff to go down? Is it like one solar flare away or what? Like, it's crazy. How can they not have backup server? Like, wouldn't it just like you have a generator on your house, the power goes out. It just automatically switches if you pay the money, you know, if you're rich or whatever. So you think the servers at the CME would have that magic little $2,000 switcher that goes to the little backup computer that's like their last server that they don't use anymore or something, right? Am I crazy? And from being in crypto and thinking about like the technology we have, like how we could change the voting system and use zero knowledge proofs and using mathematics and you know, redundant systems, in my mind, it makes me kind of like tinfoil hat that like if it's this easy for that to go down, that's kind of scary.
No, it is scary.
But I'm not scared, guys. It's like we just live to trade another day, and that's why you put those stop losses on if your order gets stuck, right, guys? You use stop losses and divide up your risk. Like if you're trading personal accounts, keep your money split up. Like when I traded crypto, I had some in Coinbase, some in my MetaMask wallet or whatever, dividing it up. And so that could also save us with our trading accounts to make sure we're not all in on one trade or one platform or anything like that where we could mess up. Like if you're in a margin account, and you can actually go negative, right? Trading options and stuff, especially. So you can go negative in a position and owe money back. So like make sure stuff like that will never happen to you so that you can make it through these times.
Big facts.
And it will make you a better trader. Like it will make you survive when that weird stuff happens. Or maybe we do it to ourselves. We leave an order on, but we didn't have all of our accounts in the same copy trade group or whatever.
Yeah.
So exactly. You have to be able to take it on the chin when that stuff happens, guys. We're futures traders. We got to be professional athletes and move on and brush it off and show up 100% no matter what the conditions are and accept it, you know, and know when to not trade. Like I could have easily not taken that trade today and it probably I would have been better. I would have been a better trader for it.
You think so? Yeah.
Yep. Because I needed to wait for the next candle to open. Yep. That's it. Yep. That was it.
Yeah, fair enough, man. The one good thing, I guess, guys, is that the market did not have like a massive gap up or down. So, you know, everything is pretty much exactly where it left when the market halted. We've done virtually nothing all day. So I guess on a day for it to happen, the best possible day is a half day after Thanksgiving. You know what I mean?
Exactly. A lot of traders are off today, which, I mean, maybe that's why some people think it's a conspiracy because it is weird that it happened on an off day.
So the only thing I'm thinking though is if it is a conspiracy, like what was the reason? Why would they halt for 10 hours? Like what are they getting out of it? You know what I mean? What's the motive?
That, I mean, what could it be beyond like updating the computers or something, right? But
Yeah.
I just don't. Yeah, it's kind of weird because I would believe they would have a redundant system where that wouldn't happen from overheating. So maybe they just skipped out on the water cooler coolant or something.
Yeah, maybe, man.
They need some like submersible servers over there.
Or
Yeah, but
I mean,
really, I don't know the answer to that question. It's because the way that the order matching works, it doesn't matter. It's not like they could manipulate the market really. Like maybe there's some small people that like got stuck in a trade or whatever, but the big players aren't. They're not. I don't think they'd be manipulating it or anything like that. I think it would literally have something to do with the hardware or something like that. You know.
I mean, bro, maybe ICT actually had to get in there and change the algorithm. He's going to change it up. Fair value gaps are not going to work anymore, guys. Volume profile, it's done.
So you think he's the one changing it? They're not changing it from his algorithm.
It's him. He has access.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so he
has
still has
access.
Okay.
Yeah, he just has to make a few calls, get in there.
Dude, I thought there might be a white van out there.
Oh shit, dude, be careful. I'm sorry, I don't mean to put you in danger,
dude. So I'm totaling up my trade. Yeah, but I really don't. I mean, do you actually think there like what would be what could they do? Because the order matching and stuff like that, and the market being an auction, it's not like they're affecting the orders.
That's why I think it was an actual just outage. I think it was. I think it's fair play. I think it was genuine. Yeah, it's not good that it can happen, but yeah, I don't think they wanted it to happen. If anything, it makes them look really bad. You know.
It could be some other thing when it comes to taxes or expenses, or they want some new computers, so they have to do something. I mean, there could be some conspiracy there, and who knows? But like, you know, I mean, those servers cost a lot of money to run, and who knows? Maybe someone's trying to make someone else look bad. There could always be a conspiracy, but how does it affect our trading? It really doesn't. And like same thing, like having like a strong bias going into the day and stuff. Also, I feel like doesn't really affect our trading on the smaller time frame. So there's a lot of things where we just have to stick to our rules and do it, and the rest of it, I don't think really matters. Oh, am I off my camera? Oh, I moved my camera over.
There you go.
I got excited.
Yeah, that's why I feel like even fundamentals. I mean, I think you want to know fundamentals just to understand how markets are moving in the higher time frame context. But as low time frame day traders, like I could care less what the data release actually means for the market. For me, it's just a volatility driver. Like it doesn't matter if it was bullish news or bearish news. Half the time, the market will have bullish news and it'll sell off, and vice versa. So for me, it's just an engine for volatility, and as a low time frame trader, that's why I'm fully technicals focused, you know.
There you go. Yep, I love that. Yep. So I have 1747 on the day, all that P&L added together, and I can add my win rate on the week. So that's ending the week with 6 wins and 1 loss for $8,336 on the week, and that's a short week, right? I didn't even have any trades yesterday. And you know, less is more. 85% win rate, almost 86.
Less is definitely more. 85% win rate is solid, dude. What's the average R multiple on that? Is it like 1-to-1?
I could use certain accounts as examples, and then if we wanted to, we could find the average between them all. But so for example, we could look at top 1 futures and just use this to see. So well, this one I just took that loss in there because I closed it because I accidentally took it in micro. So that was minus 44. Minus 44 times 2 accounts, but we can look at this still as my example. So that just hurt my win rate. But if we just look at, let's look at the last 2 months. So it kind of averages out. I'm trading the same strats pretty much. 0.59, 75% win rate, 0.59.
Very, very nice. Very nice, dude. That's solid.
So it works. Profit factor 1.86.
Yep. Perfect.
So, but this one's the win rate, right? 0.59. And then,
that's your average win loss.
And we can look at my top step accounts too that have been around for a while now. And well, actually, yeah, let's just do the last few months. That's more accurate right now. Last 2 months. So this one I took 2 payouts on, and it says my 0.42, 80% win rate.
Really strong win rate, bro. Very strong.
Yep. And
that's the thing. Your wins are smaller than your losses, but it doesn't matter. You're making money because your win rate is so high. That's it.
And I do sometimes get those runners. Like here's the break-even chart, right? So with an 80% win rate, you barely need anything to be at break-even.
Yeah.
You know, if you have a 0.5 R right here, you're well in profitable at 80%.
That's the beauty of negative risk reward. By the way,
think
guys,
for 80%, it's like 0.2 or something like that. I forget though now the math. Like you need to be at break even. You need at least like a 0.16 or 0.2 or something.
so let's do this, guys, because the stream is going to be, you know, we're getting closer towards the end. We got to get these giveaways done. Let's pull up the Discord again. Let's get another list. And I think we'll just do this one list. Okay. So make sure you get your entries in again, guys, to join or enter the giveaway. You got to join the Discord. Pinned comment on the top of the chat. You could get the invite link. And I'm going to do this. So the new entry is going to be this. Oops. There you go. Code word is negative RR. Type negative RR to enter the giveaway.
There we
Shout
go.
out negative risk reward, baby.
Yep. And it's like a lot of my I have strategies that have had really positive R&R, but that I only look at the R&R from the outcome. You know, it doesn't mean like you're trading for that R&R. The R&R will come. Yes. So using these scalp setups, for example, there's some traders who will be able to get higher R with experience. Like some of the setups I've been trading last few months from Nick Stewart, he actually has a higher R than most of the other people in the group because most people cut the trades a little bit quicker. And he has certain accounts where he'll hold those runners. If there's no consistency rules, he'll hold those runners and make suddenly $1,000 on one mini or something and have a huge outside, 15 R on one trade. And so it's really about your own management but you don't need that high R for sure.
100%. Yeah, Adam says that's what you explained, Zach, in the last Prop for a Match YouTube video. Yeah, it's exactly what I explained. In that video, for context, guys, I went over my win rates on the payout I took in October, 10K payout, and my win rate was 72%, I think, 72, 73%. Average RR was 1-to-1. And very profitable like that. We took a 10K payout. What's funny is, this goes to what you were just saying, Luna, on the payout I took on last Friday, so a week ago. Same accounts, 10K payout with Tradeify, but this time my average R was actually 2. My win rate for that cycle was 42%. Average R multiple was 2-to-1. And the reason being is the market's volatility really picked up. I started not being able to trust, a 200 tick stop loss on NQ anymore. For that first set of payouts, that was like a wide enough stop that I gave my trade a lot of breathing room. Then the market volatility really picked up, and a 200 tick stop, I was like, this could get hit so easily. This can get hit within 5 minutes. So what I started doing was cutting losing trades a little bit earlier. So I took some more losses, but I did hold my winning trades in those market conditions because it made sense at the time. So this is why I totally agree with you. It's not even just systematic where like you have to do 1R or you have to do 0.5R. It really depends on market context and conditions, but also that comes with experience, being able to change it up. So, there's a balance.
Well said. Like these types of things, like we can have such different views on the market or strategies or whatever it is, different teachers teaching different viewpoints. But these little nuggets are the things that like, I feel like you can hear them and it's good to hear them, but then you also have to find them for yourself. And the only way you find those guys is by executing trades and tracking your trades, right? Logging your trades. And you will start to see your results and try different things, moving to break even, taking the scalp, going for a high win rate. Like I remember trying to take trades where I had like huge stop loss and a tiny target. And I learned something from it, like I did that for a while. And like, I have like a 90% win rate, but then that 1 out of 10 trades would blow my account like every time.
Exactly, dude. Yep, 100%.
But these things are like what's important and congruent, I feel like, between all of trading, and that you can learn really, like if you can really apply it, then it really does help. Like once I started applying these types of things, I started getting to my payouts. Not worrying about that R&R and taking my money, cutting my losers, moving to break even, see profit, take profit. All that stuff is kind of where the magic happens. But if you're doing it without something backing it that you can't repeat, then I don't think it really works. So it took me kind of finding it for myself. even though I had people who told me that, and they're like, dude, why don't you just cut your trades quicker or take profit? And I'm like, well, I'm not going to do it just because you told me. I had to get there.
Yes, 100%, dude. Everybody can trade a little bit differently. You really got to find out what works for you. And you get that way, and you get that knowledge by burning your hand on the stove, making the mistakes that you need to, so that for next time. I'm the type of person, you can't tell me what to do. I'm not going to learn that way. I just got to figure it out for myself, bro. I wish I was smart enough to like listen to someone's advice. They can tell me exactly what's going to happen. They can be 100% right. And I'm going to be like, yeah, well, I'll figure that out for myself. And that's how it goes. I think a lot of traders are like that too.
I agree. Yeah. I was going to say, I'm like, maybe that's a trader thing because, no one can tell me what to do. Like, no way.
I mean, that's the personality we have. We're trying to make we have a career in speculating on like the 1 minute chart on NQ, like most people cannot do that. So we're a little weird, we're a little different.
And wanting to take our like lives in our own hand, not to get too like big, but we're wanting to empower ourselves, and in a way that no one can do it for us. We're trying to learn this very hard skill that maybe 97% of people fail at.
Yeah.
And so we're trying to be in the top 3%. And we kind of are also probably to get there, we're kind of committing to that in our life in general, whatever that means, like being a loving partner or being a positive person in the community or whatever. All those things I feel like add up, and we kind of have to live a certain lifestyle if we're going to have it affect our trading, because you can't be disciplined in one area and not in all the other areas. Like I remember trying to go fully sober and stuff like that. And the way I did it was by also going keto, which is crazy. I had to like do everything,
Totally.
And I just, I went full sober, wasn't drinking any alcohol. But meanwhile, I only did that when I went keto. That's a little personal
so
anecdote,
interesting, but it makes perfect sense.
But and that's something Rips would talk about too. Like you have to be disciplined in all aspects of your life, not just in one, if you want it to show up in the other places. So start that meditation practice, go to the gym, do all those things, guys. And I really mean that. It's the best thing you can do for your trading is to take care of yourself and your emotions and your physical health.
You have to, because if you don't, like you'll never get to the point that you need to with trading. And a lot of people do sacrifice their mental health learning how to trade because it's really tough, especially in the beginning. But you can't live like that forever. Otherwise, you're gonna have to quit. And that's why most people quit, because most people have like that they dedicate to this, they try to figure it out, and then they hit a breaking point where they go, I either have to like figure out how to be disciplined, and that usually means being disciplined in other aspects of our life, or I need to quit because this is literally unhealthy for me. Like, you know what I mean? Trading is tough.
Yep. You start piling on the stress of your trading and you don't take care of those other stresses, it's just going to accumulate.
Exactly, man.
And that's also scared money don't make money, right? So having your finances in order, having a plan, like what is your budget for buying funded accounts, or whatever, buying prop firm accounts? What is your budget for learning? Figuring that out. Like if you have a small budget, maybe invest in education first, and then, make a plan, and you can only spend that money once, and you only have that time once, right? So how are you learning? What are you building towards? And what do you have to show for your trading? Do you have a trade log to show your results of what's working, not working? Do you not? Do you have, what do you have to show for it? And so we got to create that. Now. We build that over time, and then we have something to show for it. So now it's the time to start, always.
Bam, spitting facts, bro. All right, let's get this list done. I just got the list. I got my thing going, and let's get this giveaway done, chat. We'll give away 4 accounts right now.
We're making you guys work for it. We're making you go through the full motivational TED Talk.
We're trying to help.
I'm saying it all to myself. I'm like, okay, remember that. Remember what I'm saying right now. Seriously.
Oh my God. No, it couldn't be more true. All right, guys, let's go on 3.
Oh, here, share your screen.
Oh, I don't have my screen up. Okay, let me get that.
Yeah, I've been watching this gold trade go without me, and it's about to hit my full TP, and it never would have hit the stop.
Damn. Yeah.
Beautiful thing. No, it's awesome. Yeah. It's great. I love that. It shows that strat is freaking.
That hurts, bro. If I stayed in that short, but why would I stay in? It just is what it is. I do think we're going to come down. I think we might actually take these lows now.
You would have had to held it for a while because it broke all those previous highs.
Exactly. It would
That
have
would
been
have been
brutal.
that maybe also would have been a bad trade, you know, depending on your thing. But yeah.
Exactly.
Guys,
All right,
good luck on this giveaway, guys. Make sure to still hit that like button. If you haven't hit that like button, we just appreciate it, guys. And we like spending time with you here.
Yes, sir. Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys. On 3, 1, 2. Luna, have you ever won a giveaway account? I've never won an account in my life.
Oh yeah, I've hustled the giveaways. I remember fire drills.
Dude, okay. You know what? I did capitalize off fire drills with Top Step TV you're talking about, right?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Shout
Fire
out Ronnie.
drills.
Shout out Ronnie, by the way. You won an account. Let's go. Real quick, healthy reminder, guys. To get your account, you're going to go over to PFM Support on X. I'll drop the link in the chat. Just send them over a DM, show them your Discord handle. They will get you hooked up. It does take a couple days, okay? You're not going to get your account in 5 minutes. Give them some time. Support is very busy. They got a million things going on, but they will get to you, and they'll get you hooked up. Let me get this Discord name on here. I realized I have to, listen, I love the chat, but you guys make me work extra hard because I've been just copying the display names on Discord, thinking that's enough. But now you know what people do? They change their Discord display name and then hit up support and try to get the account. So now it takes an extra few seconds because I got to make sure I get the correct Discord.
I do it a really long way, but I actually collect email addresses so I can always verify. So I have them tell me their email address, but then I'm also building an email list.
Smart.
So,
See, I maybe need to do that because you have a Discord, right, Luna?
Yep.
Like, is it free or do people pay to have access?
I have a free one actually, but I don't like free. I don't like Discords that are all crazy. So the paid one is like $20. It's called Luna's Lounge. It's really tiny. And it's like a accountability group more so. We all have our own journals and we have a trading floor where we all trade together. But speaking of, everyone should also go check out our personal channels. Zach and my channels are linked in the description, so you can follow us there too.
Yeah, guys, we both have a ton of free educational content on there. Link in the description of the video. Luna also streams on your YouTube channel as well, right?
Yep, every day. Yep, daily. Yep.
Every day. So make sure to check that out. But all right, guys, let's do another one. Let's run it up. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I'd love to be on more here too. So I'm definitely
Absolutely
down. Let's see.
Mr. Goldie.
Mr. Goldie.
I want to remind everyone, some of the firms like Blue Guardian, Aqua Futures, you can only win an account every 30 days. Top One Futures is a little more lenient. I believe it's once a week. But, listen, if you just won an account last week, maybe just chill, on entering. You might have an issue, but just a healthy reminder, guys. So if you won an account today, you can't win 2 in the same day.
Yeah, if you win again, we'll take away your first one. No, just kidding.
All right, let me just get this Discord name. So what are you thinking now? What do you got planned for the weekend, Luna? Are you just going to be relaxing? You doing any work? What are your plans?
Man, I think I'm going to have my first days off. So I have a tree company on the side, some of you might know. And I just did a crazy big job this past week. And I'm like sore. I mean, I was up in this tree and with chainsaws and all that stuff. And I'm so sore right now that I'm going to try to take a little spa day. I have a massage booked for Saturday. And nice. I'm like literally planning on go get some Epsom salt to take like a bath. That's where I'm at.
When I was living in Florida for a couple of years, I had a tree working job for like a week.
No way.
Yeah, like we were. I was the guy on the ground, so they'd be cutting the trees up at the top, and then all the logs fall or the branches fall, and I got to pick them up and throw them in the wood chipper. Yeah. Dude, I was low key scared, bro. I was like, if I do one wrong thing, I could like lose my arm real quick right now.
Yep. You gotta look up as a groundie. You're always looking up all day long.
Dude, badass work. Yeah, because they can also fall on you if you're not being careful. That's sick, dude, that you can handle that. I was like, I can't do this. I did a week.
Yeah, I just climbed one. I'm not the climber, but I've been learning just for fun. I own the company, but I want to know how to do everything, so I've been climbing, and I started to learn climbing from my friend last year. But yeah, I got a little pic here. That's me up in a tree.
Sick. Nice, man. Yeah. Hey, at least you're outside in the fresh air. One thing I miss, like Like trading full time is great. Everyone wants to do it, but I will say I did chimney work for a long time, and I was outside all the time. Like it is nice to be outside, bro.
I love that aspect of it, but to be honest, with the dangerous part of the tree work, my plan is to get the company to the point where I just run it and I have even multiple crews. But it is one of the most dangerous jobs there is. But it's like something I've always loved, climbing trees, and I've worked. I was born on a farm, and I just already kind of had experience around that stuff. I was born on a pecan farm, so like my dad taught me how to probably use the chainsaw and stuff when I was younger. So it kind of comes naturally to me. So I just like being outside and stuff. But yeah, it's about that moolah. There's money at the top of those trees. So,
yes, sir. Yeah, absolutely. By the way, I see some people asking about the giveaway link. It's in the pinned comment in the chat. You got to join our Discord, and then you got to go into the stream chat, type the code word. For this set of accounts, it's already too late, but maybe we'll do one more list before we get off stream. We'll see. I still have, how many accounts do I have to give out? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're only halfway through. So
all right, guys, I'm gonna shut up. I won't distract him.
We're having fun, man. It's all right. We gotta have fun. This can get boring too. I notice like some people you see the view count go up when we're doing giveaways, but also I think there's other people that get bored, because they want to trade.
Yeah, I'm watching the market. If I see something, I'm gonna tell you guys. But gold just hit my full TP, so
nice. All right, shout out Benny. You want an account? Go to PFM support on X, and they will get you hooked up, my friend. You just get your Discord handle now. Luna, what was the first prop firm you ever got a payout from? First prop firm.
Top Step.
Dude, it's everyone's is Top Step. That was mine too. Or that was my first futures firm. I did get paid out from my Forex funds a few times when I was trading FX, but Top Step was my first futures.
Nice. Yeah, easy rules. Well, now it's $150, right? Times 5 days. My accounts are still $200. I have the old account still.
Oh, you do? Dude, yeah. I can't believe how long you hold on to accounts. That's a success on its own, man. I think, like, full disclosure, guys, I don't think I've ever held on to the same prop firm account for more than like 4 months. I take payouts, like I do really well, but I don't hold on to my accounts very long. Straight full disclosure.
Nothing wrong with that either.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it.
But you know what, dude? When you inevitably get put to a live account, I feel like you're going to be ready because so many people blow their first live account, like from a prop firm. I feel like you're going to be well prepared to just handle that thing and milk it.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. That's kind of what I was aiming for in the beginning of like making my futures trading plan. I want it to go live and all that stuff. Emmanuel.
Let's go. Shout out, bro. Shout out. Okay. Remember, go to PFM support on X to claim your account. Super easy. They'll get you hooked up. Just show them proof of your Discord handle.
And which accounts are these again?
So we have 3 sponsors, guys: Top One Futures, Blue Guardian, and Aqua Futures. But we're not clarifying on stream. The support team asked us to just like, you're going to win one of those 3 accounts. It's just depending on like country restrictions, and some people, they have the 30-day rule. We try to match you with the account that makes sense for you.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people they'd win and then they find out their country is restricted. And we always tell them, we let everyone know beforehand, but sometimes people are going to miss that little piece of information. So this is just so we can do our best to get you hooked up with an account if you want.
That is awesome.
Yeah. I think it's good. That was a good idea on their part. All right, let's do one more here on the pinwheel at least.
I'm looking for longs on NQ, and I just realized I had my chart on the wrong time frame.
After this one, let's go back to your chart.
I had a really good long down there, and I just let it go by. I was on the 30-minute time frame. I have no clue why. That's so funny.
All right, cash money. Gee, you're the winner. Big shout out, bro.
Yep. Yeah, actually, just
I'm gonna go back to your screen now, Looney. You can tell us what you're looking at.
Yeah, it's too late now. I just had this is my best setup right here, guys. Previous day high. So we finally got clean break of previous day high. We were chopping at it. It went up, came back down and retested it, and it gave me 2 different divergences. It gave me one on the 15-minute, which my indicator marked, and then it also gave me a 5-minute div here. So that's a perfect setup for me. And it wicked into the previous day high and then closed back up. So I would have wait for that bottom wick and then take the breakout of this candle high, wherever that was. And I'd be long right now, targeting, like my first real target would be like up here, but maybe I would do these candles here. Yep, right there, TP1, and then TP2 would be up here somewhere. So yeah, I missed it though. That's just my textbook setup right there. I can run that setup every day, all day long. And it doesn't always set up, right? Previous day high, tap, breakthrough, take the long for continuation. So that's my setup right there. And that would have been a great one to take, but I wasn't really paying attention.
So is that one that you would you risk more on a setup like that?
No, this is a C setup because it's only one of my confluences. See that point of control there? If I had this point of control up here, let's just say value area high up higher and value area low, tagged to around that previous day high, I could technically call that a B setup. You know, we have the volume profile mixing with the previous day high breakout. So that would be a B setup. But right now, because that point of control is right there and I'm just targeting to the high value area high, I would just count it as a C setup.
Nice.
But yeah, 8% win rate on that trade. So like really, yeah, that is, I could size up on that, you know, even though it's only a C, but because of my sizing, my grading rules, it's only a C if it's one of my strategies. It's a B if it's 2, it's a A if it's 3 of my strategies setting up or more. So yeah.
By the way, Joel says, I finally won an account. Shout out, Joel. That's awesome, dude. Congrats.
My favorite thing is when someone gets the account, he'll pay out.
Yeah, I haven't seen that happen here. I don't think we've had that, but dude, I told them if anybody wins an account and you take it to payout, I am having you on stream. I'd love to have you.
Yeah, please, guys, check back in as you're trading these accounts. Feel free to check back in on their stream here, and tell us how you're doing. You know, we'd love to hear that. Okay, here's my trading strategy, or like if you're new, or I'm trading my old strategy, I'm going to try this. I'm going to learn from you guys. Whatever it is, keep us up to date with it, and we'd love to hear that from you. And help along the best we can, you know.
100%. Guys, let's at least get the list going for the last giveaway. I still have 3 more accounts to give away. So let's do this real quick. Back on my screen. This will be the last list. So you guys were asking for one more. We'll get one more going. Shout out Luna. Let's say type Luna to enter the giveaway. So this will be the last one. Go ahead, get your entries in, guys. Type Luna into Discord under stream chat. Again, healthy reminder, if you want to join our Discord, the invite link is in the pinned comment up on the chat. Get in there, get verified, and then come down here to PFM TV. Go down to stream chat. You see all these entries coming in. That's how it goes. Super simple. And last healthy reminder as well, guys. The Black Friday deal on Prop Firm Match is still going on until November 30th. If you go here, you can see all the firms that are offered. There's 30 firms right now participating in the Black Friday deal, 19 FX firms, 11 futures. If we go over to futures, some of my, what I think are some of the best deals right now, my funded futures, 50% off, just because they never do discounts, bro. Like they very rarely actually give out discounts. So code match, 50% off on the pro accounts. That's pretty wild for my funded futures. This is my all-time favorite. Top one futures, 57.5%. I loaded up on 5. I got 5 50K instant funded accounts with this code match. Apex always killing it with 80% off. And there's a bunch in here, man. Tradeify, 40% off. Most of them are code match, so pretty simple. But there's a couple firms where the code is a little different. Like for the traders launch, 30% off, it's match launch. So if you always want to make sure if code match isn't working, go over to propfirmmatch.com. I'll drop this link in the chat too. I'll do a pinned comment here for this, just so you guys can get to it. I'll pin this in the comments. Here we go.
Nice. I just joined in the Discord too. I was in, but I hadn't verified, so I only had that PFM TV. So now I'm in the rest of Discord. So
beautiful. Yeah, man. We got a lot of stuff planned with this. We want to like really make it a community. What do you think about this idea, Luna? I was thinking about doing like a live Q&A. So like I could get up on stage, maybe people come in, ask questions, just whatever, where we can actually talk, you know, in real time to people with audio.
I like that. Yeah. Would you like ask have people submit the questions first and then go in there and kind of pick like?
That could be seen. That's a good idea. Maybe we put a list in and say, hey, here are some questions, or ask us questions, think of some stuff, and we can answer them in real time. That's a good idea too.
You could do a form too for the YouTube, and then have the Discord chat too or something. But yeah, I think that's a great idea. I mean, really, the more the better. Like having access to an experienced trader as a new trader is pretty priceless, So I think people should take advantage of that if you have it.
What do you guys think? What do you think, Lou? You think this thing's going to drop back down, or is it just going to go nowhere?
I'm getting another div here, so I don't know if I'm going to take it. I'll take it. Okay, so if I take it, I'll at least take it on one of those top 1 futures accounts I was just talking about that I haven't been trading, because I would have liked the first one. The first one set up real good. I could have gotten along here on NQ. I looked at ES and it didn't set up. There's no div. So on ES, I could still get the div, but I would need a bigger pullback here.
I like it. Yeah, that makes sense.
So on NQ though, it's giving me the div again. So technically I could end up having my setup play out again. We'll see though. Actually, maybe it won't now. Now it's poking back up. So I need to wait how this candle closes. If the RSI closes below this horizontal line from where I'm drawing the div from, then I'm allowed to take it. So I'm going to actually watch this here, but I'm thinking what I'll do is just take it on one of these top 1 futures accounts I haven't traded that much, like this one.
Yeah. Okay, and guys, I think I gave everyone enough time to enter this giveaway. I see the entries slowed down. So while Luna is waiting on that trade, again, we only got 15 minutes left, so we will see. But let's get this last giveaway going. We'll go back to my screen. I got the list. Actually, hold on. We'll stay on your screen, Luna. I got to get it organized. We'll keep an eye on Luna's trade while I get this list ready for us.
Man, I guess I just missed it. Oh, this is a 15-minute chart. That explains that. Okay. So a lot of times I do think, because I'm trading systematic, I need this candle to be lower than that one and the RSI to be lower than that one or whatever. I sometimes get it wrong, and I think I see my setup and I take it, and it's really important to me to try to set up my trade first, right? I like to put the P&L indicator on. That's one thing I love about the TradingView charts on Project X, or if you just use TradingView. Other platforms do have their own versions a lot of times of P&L indicators, but I really love the TradingView one. So it's really quick for me. And then as I found out, if you're actually trading on TradingView, you can actually add the orders to it. But even this, I can look at how many ticks it is. I know that's right there. That's $500 on one mini, so I can size accordingly, right? And then I can kind of do the math. Okay, 5 micros is $250, so I can kind of quickly decide. And right now, though, I did not get the divergence in that candle. It would have had to be lower RSI, so I can't take the trade.
Dude, at least you follow your rules, man. I mean, that you have really clear, coherent outlines that if this doesn't happen, I'm not forcing a trade for no reason.
Yep. And some people are like, well, RSI doesn't work because of this. It's a lagging indicator or whatever. Well, no, it also doesn't work taking every single candle. So I'm going to, I've done that. I have a screenshot I could show of me with the chart marked up everywhere. But yeah, so this one right here played out. And it would have had to be for that quick scalp, because otherwise, look, it came back down. So maybe it's better I didn't take that one. It still didn't get stopped out. My stop would have been there. My entry would have been somewhere around right there. And this was the one that had the div on that 5-minute candle, which is a great candle. Pull back with a big wick like that. I actually really like that candle for the div. If I get just a big red candle there, let's say, and I get the div, I actually will wait for the next candle and take it as a 2-bar reversal. So that's if I have a big, maybe I can draw it on. If I have a big candle right here, like that, and no big wick on the bottom, maybe I have a tiny short wick, I actually would rather wait for the next candle. And if I get the next candle to set up kind of correct, like this one being a green candle, and maybe it has a wick down. I don't know if it's going to let me, just pretend that's a wick. So let's say it's like that. Then that one I would take as a 2-bar reversal, the break of the candle high with the stop at the bottom. The bottom of this candle is almost the same as that candle, so I actually would just use that one as the stop, right? Almost the same thing. Take the break out of that. And so I'm technically taking an RSI divergence with a 2-bar reversal following it. So I'm just being patient for that next candle close, because this one was such a big knife catch. If I had just bought this next candle, it's lower win rate than if I now wait for the 2-bar reversal. So in that situation, I consider it a RSI divergence with a 2-bar reversal. Sometimes if I have a really important key level right here, I will just take a 2-bar reversal. Say that's just a huge level that we finally tapped. Maybe it's a previous day low that we made a big red candle down to. Then I will just take a 2-bar reversal sometimes if I really like that level and I want a quick reaction from it.
All right. Nice. What I'm happy about is that I did not get tempted to short again because it just popped right back up. So we're doing the right thing staying out, chat.
Great work. Great work.
All right. Let's get this last giveaway going, guys. I got the names all good to go. I'm seeing people. Some people want duck race. Some people want pinwheel. I'm a nice guy. We'll do both. I got 3 accounts to give away.
Let's go.
We'll start off with pinwheel. We'll do 2 pinwheel, and we'll end it off with the duck race. So here we go, chat. Last few accounts. Again, shout out to our sponsors, Top One Futures, Blue Guardian, and Aqua Futures. All 3 of those accounts are also part of the Black Friday deal. So listen, you don't win an account, you can always get hooked up here. Code MATCH for all the best discounts. But all right, let's do this. 1, 2, 3.
All right, let's go.
Ooh. All right, trade with Ditto. Big shout out, bro. All right, I'm going to save that name. Remember, guys, just a reminder to claim your account, go over to PFM Support on X, send them over a DM, and they will get you hooked up to show them proof of your Discord handle. I'll drop the link in the chat right there. Okay, and let's do one more. Let me just get this handle. Okay, last pinwheel, and then we'll do a duck race. Ooh, that was close, but it got Banu. Shout out Banu. I see you in the chat all the time, bro. So that's a well-deserved win. Congratulations, Banu. You save your Discord handle. And just go over to PFM Support on X, brother. They'll get you hooked up with your account. All right, and here's the last one, chat. The very last giveaway of the week. We will be off for the weekend, so this is it, guys. Last one. Let's go. I already got everything ready to go. On 3. 1, 2. You are very welcome, Banu. Appreciate you, bro. I always see you in the chat too. So, No Face FX to claim the accounts. Like I said, just go to PFM Support on X. I dropped the link. It's like a few chats above you. Send them over a DM. Show them proof of your Discord handle, and they'll get you hooked up with your account. Yeah, see, we got that Dr. Duck in front, but I don't trust it anymore. He's gonna get, he's gonna get cooked. Told you. Mushroom.
Let's go.
Let's go. Shout out Mushroom.
And I like it. It has the like Mad Hatter hat on.
Yeah. Okay, I found you in Discord. Beautiful. All right, let me get that in. All right, chat. I mean, that is going to do it for the giveaways. Man, I'm actually really glad we went live because we weren't going to go live today. Market wasn't doing much. And listen, the market did not do much, but I think we had a fun stream, man. We had a lot of good chats. Luna, thanks as always for coming on, man. It's always great having you. I'm sure we'll see you again next week, ideally. And anything else you want to leave us with before we head off?
No, man, just yeah, thanks for having me on. It was fun to stay on a little bit longer, and same like I'm glad I stayed on because I ended up getting a trade and getting to hang out was fun. And like, this is like, I love being able to talk about other stuff too. Like I listen to other streamers who are just kind of casually hanging out and then taking trades. And there are a time for that. Sometimes we need distractions because the market is not ideal, or we're being patient for our setup. So like when I'm home alone, like there's been times where I have Netflix on one screen or something like that, and I don't even watch Netflix. I literally don't even have Netflix, but you get the idea. I'm watching something or kind of distracting myself, listening to a podcast and keeping an eye on the chart, cleaning my room. But to be on here with you and not feel as much like I have to take a trade, and that we can also just like get to know each other and chat and be more casual. There's always these balances needed. I feel like in our trading, sometimes we need a friend to listen. Sometimes we need someone to like point out something we're doing wrong or whatever it is. So I like having the dynamic relationship. And so I'm excited to keep joining in. And so yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, that's the beauty of streaming, guys. Trading can get so lonely. Like, this is really an essential thing. I love that I get to come on and just hang out with you guys and talk to other traders every single day. Because I'd be doing this just by myself every day. You know, now I'm doing it with friends, so it's awesome. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for coming in to the impromptu stream. We will be back at it Monday morning. So take a rest this weekend. Do what you got to do. Spend time with family. You know, enjoy. Be thankful for everything you have in your life. But if you need to work too, I mean, it's also grind time. Get that work done. But we will be back on Monday morning, ready to keep it going. So, all right, chat. That's it. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you Monday.
See you guys.